Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to Duncan Demon Soccer on this nice, windy Tuesday night. I'm Rob Harvey alongside with Carlos Ramirez for your kickoff for the 2025 soccer season. Man, I tell you what, Carlos, earlier this morning, the weather wasn't this bad. But now it is like a 30-mile-an-hour wind blowing like crazy out here.
Yeah, I'm glad we're up here and not down there.
Yeah, absolutely. That is for sure. Well, this is the first game of the season for the Lady Demons, and the boys will be playing tonight. We're hosting the Cash Bulldogs tonight, Lady Bulldogs, and Coach Sutherland has to deal with some leadership that has graduated. Seniors moved on and promote some new captains and some new leaders. And Sydney Miller will be one of them captains, as along with Addison Richards.
Yeah, well, I mean, last year we lost a lot of seniors. They left an imprint on this program, and I think, this first game, we got some girls still in basketball, so it's going to take a little bit for them to get their momentum going. We'll just see how it goes.
That's right. Lady Demons are in area tonight. They will be playing, I think, in Piedmont and playing against Altus. And you do have a few soccer players that are over there. Kearney Holthouse is one of them. Then her little sister, Delana Holthouse, along with Daisha Givens. She's playing Finley Davis a lot. There's several that are playing basketball still. And if I missed any, I apologize. But, this is just that's how it is when you overlap. Basketball season's a long season, and here we go.
There we go.
Right off the start, that Sydney Miller getting the kick, and the Lady Demons are off and running.
Well, it's going to be hard to control that ball today, Rob, with that wind gusting like that.
It really is. It is. And the Lady Demons are actually going with the wind to their back, so they're going to have to really watch that leg power.
Yeah.
And that's going to be inbound for the Bulldogs, and here we go. They're going to move it around.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for both teams right off the bat. They're going to have to adjust to this wind and first game jitters and, all that comes along with it. So it's going to take a bit.
Yeah, and it's going to take us a little while to get these numbers down. I'm already looking down at my roster going, okay, I'm trying to get these new faces in here.
Yes, and we do apologize. These are new faces for us, so it's going to take a little bit for us.
Sydney looks like that was Sydney Miller over on the far side, and Alexis Eads, number 7. It's going to be brought back down by the Bulldogs, and it goes out of bounds, so it should be out of bounds on Duncan. It'll be Lady Bulldogs.
I'll be surprised to see a lot of balls go out of bounds that side.
Oh, my goodness.
Though.
Yeah, that side of the field, they're going to be balls rolling down to the concession stand before this thing's over with. I mean, I'm telling you, folks, if you're sitting at home listening or watching, it is literally it's 30 mile an hour. They didn't even do the flag ceremony because the guy said it's 50 mile an hour gust. We can't do it. And the temperature's dropped a little bit.
It has.
But hey, this is going to be an exciting year for the Lady Demons, and there's a lot of buzz around this team this year. Had a pretty good season last year. Went to the second round playoff. You ended up getting beat out by the team that went on and won it all. So these girls and Coach Sutherland and them, they feeling good about this team this year. They think we've got a chance to make a pretty deep run. Here's a nice look there. Looked like Sydney and
did you see that wind pushing that ball
back? It just stopped it.
Yeah, these girls last year, they had an exciting season overall. The last 3 years make the playoffs. Last year, first year to get the host playoffs, which was one of the goals for these girls, and to actually get to do it, was exciting not just for the girls but for the community itself. And they kind of set a platform, for these incoming freshmen on what could happen when you work hard.
Yeah, they definitely did, and the seniors that left last year were leadership seniors, and so they kind of was involved as freshmen building this thing up, and they've done a really good job. The girls have come in and they've learned, and Coach Sutherland, this is his 5th year coaching. Here we go.
They may call it offsides though when she touches.
Let's see. Doesn't look like there's
No, he
any call
didn't.
yet.
No, he
Demons with the
didn't.
ball. That's Addie Richards over there. And she was having to really chase that ball down. It was gaining ground on her.
Yeah, it was.
Bulldogs get it back. They're going to move down this side. It's stolen by
You can just
number
see out that
11.
you can see out there how they're playing against the wind themselves, both teams, and they're just going to have to adjust to it and slow it down a little bit. Make small, short passes, and it's kind of hard to spread the field when it's like this. You can't really get them long across the field passes when it's like this.
Well, and both teams have to play in it. And this is one of them deals where both teams going to have to adjust to this wind and just play ball, play soccer, do what you've been practicing. And there's several new faces on the field. We'll get these names to you as we can. As they move around, it's hard to catch the numbers. Some of them we know, some of them we're just getting to know. Inbound over to the Lady Demons are going to kick it back and try to reset. Back to our defense. And now we're going to set something up. Nice run here, looking to find somebody down. Oh, she was about to send that down to Red. And good defensive play there.
Yeah, she kind of waited for her. Nice defense.
There she's moving it to the middle.
Nice
that
pass.
Was a nice pass to Alexis. And Alexis just kind of lost it there at the last minute. Number 8 came in and disrupted it. But, the wind had a little bit of a factor on it.
Did,
she had to adjust to that.
It did. She probably would have been opted to go out to her left side, but, that wind probably pushed it, and she had to take that right turn. So,
Number 15, Hallie Robinson, was out there in the middle working. And try to get all these girls' names for you. Number 12 over on the far side, that's Regan Wyckoff, or what we like to call her, Regina. Well, that is Regina there on that side. Bringing that back in. The Bulldogs haven't really been able to get it across midfield and keep it over there, but the wind is a big factor in that. Keegan DeCarlo there in the middle working it. And there's Red kicking it back over to the middle.
Oh, good cut back.
That was.
Yeah,
that was.
That ball just got under her foot a little bit, but she's still fighting for it.
Red's out in front. And number 8 just cut her off.
Yeah.
And it's, you can see whenever they put the ball up in the air how much it starts carrying. They really have to run to chase it down.
Yeah, you really have to play with that wind, kind of anticipate, and you can't really, direct the kicks where you want them. You have to go off the wind. So in this case, you want to kick a little further left.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can see that flag, the way it's blowing. It's blowing left to right, and it's blowing.
Yeah, it's kind of it was blowing just like straight out of the north, and now it's just kind of a whipping around in different directions. It's hard to tell where the ball's going to go. There is we have several freshmen that are getting some serious playing time, and Coach Sutherland, we know he's going to lean on a lot of them. I think right now Addison Ramberg is out there, and see if I can find some of these other freshmen that's going to get some been out there. Sophia Hernandez, she's down here on defense. Well, she was a big factor last year. She got a lot of good playing time. And right there in the middle is number 8 back on the defensive side, Keegan DeCarlo. And on the far side, I can't tell on the far side, is that
That's number 11?
Yeah, Ava Albrecht. That's your back line. And looks like middle, we have Red is over here on this wing. Sydney is playing up in the middle. And then the far side's it was Addie Richards.
Well, previously, that right side's been dominant side. And, last year we got most of our scores from the right side. It happens. It always happens from the back, but it goes to the right. And it's just going to be kind of interesting to see who takes, like you talked about earlier, Rob, who's going to take this leadership role besides the captains. And, you got underclassmen, a bunch of underclassmen coming in that, from what I hear, are a pretty talented group.
Yes.
So don't be surprised if you see some of these freshmen step up this year and excel in leadership.
Oh, yeah. I definitely can see that happening. And the sophomore class, too, is a
Yeah.
extremely talented class. And as we're talking about the sophomores and freshmen, that's Maddie Pano over on the far wing. And I didn't get the starters out here, so I don't know how Coach has been moving people in and out. But trying to get you these girls on the field right now. But, I mean, you look at this roster in front of us and the freshmen and sophomores, it's a lot of girls.
It is.
And just only 2 seniors. Sydney Miller and Maggie McAfee are the only seniors on this squad. So a lot of youth.
For now.
For now, that's right. Yep. And the Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs still moving it on this side. This is probably the longest they've kept it over there. Demons trying to adjust there, and they've got something going. That's Chesney right there, sending a nice one to Red. But
a little too far. That wind kind of caught it itself. You know,
with no wind, that's a beautiful pass.
That's a beautiful pass, yeah.
It really is. Just a perfect
good play.
pass. And that's a good defensive play there by Red to get in there and poke that out. Kirsten Shornick, we keep calling her Red. That's just the nickname everybody says.
Oh,
so
that's what we know.
Anybody?
I don't think.
Oh,
here
my gosh,
we go!
What a steal, and it goes in! Nice job. Demons with the first score. Chesney Robertson of the year.
Nice. That's how you steal a ball there, Robbie.
Yeah, that was impressive. She just
stuck her foot
jumped
out there.
up in there, stole it, and then looked and had an open net.
I think she was pretty surprised because she just looked down and was like, oh, my gosh.
I know it. Yes.
She almost seemed a little hesitant to even shoot the ball. But
probably couldn't believe she got it, and the goalie was not even – it was surprising to her, too.
It was.
Lady Demons take a 1-0 lead on the Lady Bulldogs by way of Chesney Robertson with her first goal of the season, the Lady Demons' first goal of the season. And that'll get them – oh, that's a nice steal there by Hallie.
Oh.
Hallie playing the mid.
You know, we always tend to play better when we score first, too, so
yes,
that's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Hernandez is going to throw that in over to Red down the sideline.
Nice move.
Way to keep it in bounds.
Going to cross it.
In the middle, beautiful cross and shot. Oh, goes just a little bit outside.
That was a good attempt. Good pass, good find.
Who was that? Robinson that shot it, or was that? I think that was. I didn't see who shot it. Did you? Was it?
I thought it was number 5. I thought it was Sydney.
Sydney?
I think so. Could be wrong, but I think it was Sydney. Well, I seen 2 players going towards it, but I think it was Sydney that took that shot.
I think it was Regina, number 12, but I don't know. One of those two happens so fast.
It's going to take a little bit, guys.
Trying to get that in. I know, trying to get these numbers. You know, from last year's roster, I remember a lot of numbers from last year, and this year it's kind of some new numbers.
We watched them play so many years, Rob. We knew their movements. We knew exactly who they were.
Demons still fighting over there. That is, nice steal. Another big steal by Chesney. She's playing some good defense tonight, Carlos.
Yeah, you gotta put a little defense up there when you go up high. Yeah. Here we go to the left side. I'll tell you what, this wind is going to be a factor all game long, and hopefully it starts to die off for this boys' game.
I know. I don't think it's going to.
I don't think it's going to either, Robbie.
Yeah, I know. I'm distracting you. I've got an echo here. I'm trying to find it. Anyway, back on to the game here as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be on the Lady Demons. Lady Demons with a 1-0 score, and it was Chesney Robertson's shot. She stole it and put it in. Beautiful, beautiful goal by her. Bulldogs going to work this back down the other side in the middle, and Robinson is there again.
Just getting after it today.
Yeah, it's a sophomore, Hallie Robinson, playing that middle part, and she's been effective.
Well, that's some big shoes to fill there, Robbie.
Yeah. That's Addie out there in the backfield with the ball. Pass over to the middle to Robinson. Yeah, there were some big shoes to fill from the senior class last year, and these girls are ready for it.
Well, I think this coaching, these coaches got these girls ready, and they emphasize team, and they emphasize, the work and the work ethic that previous teams had put in, and hopefully it pays off this season for them. Got a little substitute there. Throw in. Oh. Cash dog bulldog throw in.
And here we go. Demons with the big steel red. She's got it, taking it down the sideline. And it goes out of bounds, so that's going to stay with the Demons. And red looks like she's going to get the throw in. Looks like no, Sophia Hernandez is going to throw in. She has to chase the ball as it takes off all the way down to the concession stand. We were talking about the wind being such a big factor, and there you go. You can see it perfectly right there. So Sophia's going to throw this one in with the wind to her back, trying to find somebody. Looks like goes to the middle, trying to find Robinson, and it's going to go right out of bounds again on the Bulldogs. Hernandez throws it in quickly, and it's going to sail and just carry it all the way out of bounds. Yeah, you can just see that wind, man. Oh, a whole lot of that. Yeah, sounds good. And it went all the way down, like you said. Look. It did. It went all the way down. That poor goalie, she had to chase it down by the locker room. Yeah. So it's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Bulldogs. I mean, she may have to get somebody to hold it right there for her. I don't know if the ball's going to stay.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to work out.
Yeah, it's tough. A lot of chasing the ball tonight.
Good.
All right, Bulldogs now is going to inbound this. Trying to get it inbounds, trying to keep it inbounds, and it goes out of bounds on the Demons. Lady Demons go out, so they're going to try to keep working it down. Demons up 1-0. Throwing that in off the head. And I think that's Pano over there with the ball. Kicks it out to the backside. Wyckoff sends it down. Here comes Robinson. Stolen in the middle. And the ball just died that way. You can see that's another factor whenever you kick it against the wind. Oh, that's a great pass. It's a race now. Red's out in front. She's going to have a shot.
Oh, she is.
Oh, and she hits the side of the goal. That was just a good look.
That wind carried it out a little bit. She was a little hesitant on it, but it's hard with that wind.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. I mean,
great ball.
Neither one of us is chasing that thing down. I'm just going to say, Carlos, as swift as you are, it just ain't going to happen. Yeah, you look at the ball whenever the Bulldogs kick it the other way, and it just dies.
It
So
does die.
it's a huge factor.
Hopefully the wind switches sides at halftime.
I think we can get it to.
Yeah.
We need the wind to switch back out. Come from the south now. Yeah, look at that. She can't even hold the ball. She has to. It's kind of a disadvantage for the goal.
Is.
The goalie, you can't put a leg on it. You've got to kick it too fast. Demons pressing hard there. That's in the middle.
These girls are in good position this game so far. They're putting themselves in the right spot, and for ricochets or passes and stuff. They're not playing too tight, and lines keeping back and watching everything in front of them, and it's making it easy for that defense right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It'll be a different story in the second half. When the wind's going the other way. Hernandez goes down, but the Demons are still able to retain control. That's a good shot over there by Ramberg. She passes it to the outside. Wyckoff is in chasing it, and that's going to go down.
Run.
Huh?
That's their first good run here.
It is. But Addie Richards back there with some good defense, and she was a big part of last year's team on the defensive side. She just played some great defense back there. Coach Sutherland made that switch from the previous year. And, man, that was one of the bright spots of this team last year, how well she played back there. And then, Kearney Holthouse also, whenever she gets here, she's a very good defensive player.
Yeah, she'll play that defensive mid position, and she always excels in there. Sydney played very well on defense last year.
She did. Yeah, Sydney did. Sydney's playing that mid area now. Hernandez is trying to keep this in, and it goes actually ricochets off of Alexis. She had her back turned to it, so wasn't nothing she could do about it. Bulldog's going to throw in. And Addison Ramberg with the steal, still working. Pushes her to the sideline. That'll go out of bounds. Throw in for Hernandez. Good throw in. Eads is trying to chase it down. It's going to go out of bounds on the Bulldogs, so the Demons moving closer. Moving it downfield. Hernandez to Ramberg. And she's going to find it back over to Hernandez. Let's see what the Demons set up here. Takes it back out to Robinson. That's a nice move to the outside. She's looking for a pass, trying to find something in the middle. She's going to put it back out to Regina. Regina over to Sydney. And that was going to go out of bounds as number 11 was trying to find her man out there, and just too much on it. So I'm saying Regina Wyckoff. Her name is Regan.
Is it Regan?
And last year Alex called her Regina over the loudspeaker, and so, of course, that stuck. And I've got to call her that all the time. So that's just, if anybody's listening, they're like, that's number 12 is not Regina. It's Regina to me.
She knows.
She'll appreciate that.
She knows who she is.
Yeah, she knows. But she's playing really well right now. She's one of the freshmen on this team that's she's one of the freshmen on this team that's looking to make a big impact. Just so many freshmen, Carlos. We can talk about them in between, stoppages, but a lot of good talent on this team coming up. And a lot of good playing time.
Yeah, well,
and Maddie, here's come one of the freshmen right here, Maddie Pano. She's coming off. She's been playing over there and putting in some good minutes and doing some good stuff over there as Red comes back in.
Yeah, these girls they'll get quite a bit of playing time probably in these early games, and it's good experience for them to get in there and get familiar with the speed of the game, and because you can practice so much and you can do drills and this and that, but it's hard to replicate an actual game.
Yeah.
So you want to get some fresh legs in there as much as you possibly can, because you never know. I mean, you might use them later on the line or playoff time or whatever, injuries or all that stuff happens.
This is the deepest run the Bulldogs have had, and they actually got it down to the Just about
the box.
Yeah, about the box, and we're just trying to get. We're just trying to get Skylar some work down there. Skylar has sat down there, our goalie, and she hasn't even touched the ball yet.
We're okay with that.
Yeah, we're fine. That's the if your goalie's just sitting there chilling, that's what you want. But this is the deepest that the Bulldogs have been. We'll see how long it lasts. Having a tough time getting through that defense. And there's a nice steal by Ramberg.
She's been playing well so far.
She has been playing very well. Robinson with a nice pass. I seen that coming out to
go
Red,
back.
but the wind carries it.
It sure did. She was looking to get to it and push it back towards the middle.
And on a normal day, that's going to be a perfect layup.
It is.
It really is. And we're probably going to say that all night long, so we're sorry. If you're listening and you say, okay, we get it, the wind's blowing.
You got to be here, folks.
You do. Yeah, if you happen to just kind of join us and you're like, why is that ball looking like that? It's because it's windy. And the Demon's still fighting. There's Wyckoff. She's going to send it out to the outside, trying to get it out to Eads. So the Bulldogs having a little bit of success here on this end, this past couple possessions, trying to send that out, but that's not going to go anywhere as Wyckoff stops that and kicks it off of number 11.
Got really lucky on that one, Rob. I mean, really, you probably go ahead and dribble that out towards the sideline and try to either create something or go ahead and try to kick it out of bounds. You know, that was kind of a dangerous clear, to be honest with you, going up against two players there.
Skylar finally gets some action. She has to go chase the ball down over there at the track in front of the visitors' locker.
Yeah. Crowd's not as lively today, Robbie.
They're covered up. Everybody's covered up.
Oh, yeah, it looks like winter out here if you look in the stands.
All of a sudden, winter's back. So Addie's going to kick this over to DeCarlo, I believe, and then Hernandez is going to take this down the sideline, looking for a pass, trying to get it in between, and the Bulldogs are there, but Hernandez does a good job fighting off two girls. And DeCarlo tries to touch this to the outside. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be the Bulldogs. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I got that right. Keegan DeCarlo, number 8. She's one of the freshmen, too, so some of these freshman girls we're just getting to know. Out of bound on the Lady Bulldogs, and Red throws this one in. That's a good throw in out there to
she
Addie.
did a quick throw in. She saw
Addie's
it wide
in
open.
front. She's going to have a nice shot on this if she can get around, and just too much. The wind was just carrying it too much in front of her, but that was a really good setup by the Lady Demons.
Yeah, that ball carried a little bit to her right, and, she really didn't have a great angle.
She didn't.
And, it was one of those things that she was off by herself anyway, so it was just her and the goalie and the defensive player. So she really didn't even have anybody to dish it off to.
Yeah, and Addie can. I've seen her make that shot a million times. We watched her play last year, and I've seen her play a lot over the years, but she can make that shot for sure. But yeah, it was a bad angle, and I've noticed that another play happened just like that here a while ago. It was almost the exact same situation. The ball it's carrying and it's drifting over to the right, and kind of putting you in a bad situation over there. Hard to get a shot off.
Again, this right side in years past has worked favorably for them.
Yeah, it has.
And they seem to be using that side from the get-go. So,
well, tonight that's where the success has come from this right side. They've had some good open looks, and that's where the one score has come by Chesney earlier.
See how they play this. I'd play up close because that ball's not going very far.
Yeah, and she doesn't really have a chance to set it. She has to kind of let it start rolling and just kick it on the move.
I think she's trying to find a spot where there's no wind.
Just trying to find. There you go. Got it to be still, and it's just not much you can do.
It's not very
with it.
practical to to do a goalie kick when you got 45, 50 mile an hour winds.
Yeah. Well, and that, like you said, that causes the defense to move up. So Hallie's going to get a break, and number 3, Chesney Robertson's going to come in. And another girl, Maddie Hawford, she's playing basketball too, so she would normally be out here and probably the starter. Chesney reminded me of her. I guess they
kind of
look alike from up here for sure.
They do.
That's a good little touch over there to the outside. And that far side is Alexis Eads, right?
I believe so.
I'm seeing that right.
Yeah.
And Chesney.
Number 7.
Puts it right in the middle. Sid had to duck. And looks like the Bulldogs still trying to fight for it. And
That's Duncan ball.
Yep, that'll be Duncan ball as Ramberg runs her out of bounds. So Hernandez is going to throw in. Gets it over to Red, and she's going to try to keep it in. That's a good job of keeping it in.
Yeah, it could be a corner kick.
And it will be a corner kick for the Demons. See who's going to take the corner kicks this year. This will be the first one of the year. And they had seniors taking them last year. I think Daisha took a couple of them, but it was mostly Caitlin and Alyssa took a lot of them, 2 seniors. So we'll see. It looks like probably Kirsten's going to take the corner kick.
That's going to be a tough
it's
corner kick
really
right
tough
there in that position. You almost have to play it short.
Oh yeah, you're going to have
to try to have any kind of chance.
Yeah, because if you put it up in the wind, it's just going to carry it right
Yeah.
over. We don't have anybody really moving up too close.
I figure Sophia would.
So
would
that's
move
what I
up
was
a little
thinking.
bit, but
and she's
she
in
got
it.
it in there. I think everybody kind of looked at that ball like, man, it got here.
Red says, "Watch me work." I don't think I can make that. It was a good shot, man.
Very good.
That was a good, powerful leg. It went right where it needed to be, too.
It did.
Demons controlling it now.
Nice turn.
It is a very good turn. Chesney there already has a goal tonight.
Fighter.
Yep, pushing her
Corner.
on out of bounds.
What? Okay.
What'd they call that?
They call it out on us.
Did they really?
Yeah, she may have got her foot in there.
Maybe
it's hard
she
to
did.
see from these booths sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we couldn't. There's no way we could see from that angle. But, I mean, from the way it looked to us, it went out on the Bulldog.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have a whole group of girls sitting right here underneath us, man. They're bundled up. I mean, that's.
They got all of Grandma's quilts.
Yeah, it's who all we have down here. We have Tinley, and we have Peyton and Paisley and Cambry, and I can't tell who all else are. It's all covered up. Beanies on. I mean, they're acting like it's blizzard.
I'm hot up here.
Well, they looked up here waving at us. That's what I said. I said, man, it's hot. 9 minutes left in this half, and it has just been a lot of chasing that ball down on this windy day. It's hard to get anything set up really on a game like this. I would imagine it's hard to set your passes up, and you're just kind of just doing what you can with it.
Well, you just try to maintain possession, which Duncan has done for the majority of this half, and just kind of be patient. You have to be patient. This game is a patient game anyways.
Oh, gosh. That almost was trouble there.
Good play. Good recovery.
Yeah, DiCarlo had to get back and recover and play defense because the ball deflected, and it looked like the Bulldogs was going to have a nice shot. It had been a one-on-one if DiCarlo wouldn't have got back there in time.
Good block out. These girls are playing aggressive, right off the bat, and I like that. That's something that it took us. It seems to take us a little bit through past seasons is that aggression that you need out there in the pitch. And right off the bat, you see these girls, and they're out there hustling and making body contact as they should, and hopefully it carries on.
A lot of contact tonight, a lot of good blockouts. They're definitely not afraid to be physical out here, that is for sure. Oh, we got a shot. And looks like we got our first action over there by our keeper. Skylar finally gets to get a kickoff, and, man, that's going to be tough right there, kicking it up straight like that. At least you get the wind to her back.
I think that drop kick dropped a little bit off.
It did. because she's got a really strong leg. There's a good send, and we got a race here. Chesney trying to chase it down, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, that ball
just
got
excuse me,
faster.
that's Sydney. That's Sydney Miller on the other side, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that ball just kept getting faster and faster.
It already had some speed on it, because it was a good pass, and then you got it rolling with the wind carrying it. Sydney was trying. Another.
Well, they're playing dangerous, aren't they?
Well, they are, and they're just counting on that they're counting on that goalie not to be able to get that ball out.
Yeah.
And they're sucking up on it.
Well, you would think, maybe the second half, I'm sure Sutherland's going to be like, hey, these goal kicks, you need to play a little bit more aggressive. Because if you get you play one-on-one on this goal kick on a day like today, you can create more turnovers that way.
There's definitely going to have to be some adjustments made
for sure.
at the second half, because you are, like we said, you're switching ends, and that is normally on a normal day, it's not that big of a deal. Today, it's a huge deal.
And you're able to see exactly what you're going to be dealing with as well, because of what Cash is dealing with.
Yeah, they'll probably have a lot more possessions on our end than they have this first half. So you will have to, talk about that with, with your goalie and say, how are we going to handle those? Because you're not going to be able to just set the ball down and kick it.
No, right now you have a 12th man on the field, and that's the wind.
The old man wind. 5:48 left in this half. The Lady Demons have been playing excellent. They're up 1-0, playing some really good defense. Playing a lot of freshmen tonight. We have some key players that are still playing basketball in area tournaments, so we want to wish all those girls good luck.
For sure.
They unfortunately lost it to a very good El Reno team in regionals, and so that put them in area. So they're going to have to win, I think, 3 straight to get to state, which we know they can do it. They're a good team. A little bit of push there on Wyckoff, and she rebounds. And here's Ramberg. She's going to send a nice ball to the middle.
Good cut off by that defensive.
To Sydney. Sydney moving it around in the middle. Yeah. Back to DeCarlo. And Red is able to get that one in outside to Ramberg. She's going to send it down the middle to Chesney. And Chesney was calling for it and got it. And looks like she's going to be able to keep this in bounds. And she does. Let's see if it stays. And they might call that out on, they call it out on the Bulldogs.
No, they call it out on us.
Okay.
It's a goal kick. Yeah, I thought she was.
Oh, there he is. I couldn't see the official. This little window part was right in my way.
I thought she was going to kick it off the defensive player to get a corner kick out of it.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too.
But I think she thought she had a shot to pass it back to the middle, but that again, and we emphasize and we keep repeating it, but I mean it's hard to ignore.
There's no preparing for it.
No, there's really not.
Because you get out there and you're playing your normal game and you're kicking it, and with the wind to your back like this, you need to take a little bit off the ball, but you're not geared to do that. And so
that's in any sport.
It is. You're right.
In any sport,
any
outdoor sport,
you have
when
to
it's
adjust
windy
to
like
it.
this, you have to adjust.
But we have had some really good passes.
We have.
We've had some really good passes downfield. We've had some girls put some really good positions. So it's making me very, very hopeful for this season, just the way that the Lady Demons are working in just their first game.
Well, Cash always plays Duncan tough.
Oh, yeah.
Every year that we play them, they play us tough. I'm trying to think if we've even beaten them the last 3 years, Robbie.
We beat them our fresh.
Was it our freshman year?
I was fixing to say our freshman year because our kids were playing.
Yeah.
But that freshman year, I remember we beat them. We went to PKs. And 3 of our girls kicking PKs were freshmen.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a good look here in the middle that got stopped.
Yeah, she topped it out a little bit.
But, I mean, we're taking shots, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Duncan is taking their shots. They're getting their work for sure. But, yeah, but other than that, I don't know if we have beat Cash. It's always an early season game, and it's always a physical game, and it's usually one of those games that when we do lose it, we're like, oh, we're better than that. They always catch us catch us at the beginning of the season.
You know,
Here's
in
Ramberg
years
with the steal.
past too, you know, we've had slow starts. You know, the last couple seasons, you know, we kind of had slow starts, and then we make those great runs of winning games and are playoff bound. You know, this year hopefully they start fast and stay fast.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because you don't only just want one home game. You want to at least try to get a couple of home games in the playoffs, you know, and it's huge. You know, one loss in district can completely change your playoff schedule.
Well, we've seen that in the past couple of seasons. We've seen Duncan lose a district game that they shouldn't, and it changes everything. Oh, Bulldogs missed it, and Demons trying to capitalize. It goes out of bounds on, looks like the Demons. So the Bulldogs throw in. There's a miss there, and she's gonna put that one up against the wind, and goes. Oh, there it is.
That was a free kick.
It was a free kick. I thought it went out of bounds there for a second. Well, we can't hear the whistle.
Yeah, well,
we're in a booth. They can't hear the whistle.
He was trying to reset it, and they try to do a quick kick, but I guess he didn't like the way they reset it.
Yeah.
You know, some refs will allow that, just a quick reset and just play. And really, you're taught that. A good coach will teach a player to, you know, you get a free kick, you do it quick. Catch them off guard.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
and you see that happen a lot.
A lot.
Some refs will slow it down a little bit, but for the most part, they let it go.
Yeah.
Bulldogs trying to get on the board before halftime. 50 seconds left. Let's see if the Lady Demons can get a shutout in this first half and take a lead. This will go out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will keep it with 40 seconds left.
You know, these last minutes, some of halves and stuff always scare me because we tend to let our guard down a little bit previously.
Yeah.
You know,
we've seen that before.
Yeah.
Like right here, just get that ball out of there. There's 28 seconds left on the clock. Demons still trying to get it. Looks like the Bulldogs might be able to take a shot here. It's a good defensive play over there, I think, by DiCarlo, and she sends it down. Bulldogs going to keep this in. Fighting for the ball in the middle. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. They get a better hurry. There's a good steal. Ramber's just going to send this down to Chesney. And Sydney's going to be there in the middle. 2 seconds, and that is going to do it. It is, well, nope, we got a whistle. Yeah, that'll do it. Halftime. Lady Demons leading 1-0 on the Cash Bulldogs. We'll take a real quick break, and we'll be back for the second half. This is Duncan Demons Soccer, brought to you by Sparklight. the 0 this time. They'll be going into the wind. And that's Eads there with the pass off to Chesney. And Chesney goes into 2 defenders, and it goes back the other way. So we've seen a lot of the play down on the south end because of the wind. And that was Demons were in possession. Let's see if it'll be the same way.
Well, hopefully they caught on what was going on with Cash on that side of the field in the first half and make that nice
first save of the season for Wyckoff there. That was actually a pretty good shot.
It was a good shot. Yeah, hopefully I'm sure Sutherland stressed to him that it's going to be a lot different this second half, and hopefully, like I was saying, is that they paid attention what was really going on that side of the field in the first half, because now they're there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure they did. It's going to be hard. I mean, when you have that kind of gusting wind, it's going to be hard to keep it. But the Demons now have possession as they throw in with the lead. And that was okay. That's Hallie over there on the other side. And the Bulldogs keeping it down here. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll be Demon ball. And DeCarlo is going to throw this one in. And she's going to try to get it over to Regina. Regina's going to pass it back over to DeCarlo. Demons trying to get it out of that corner. Nice look over to Sid.
Good hustle to the ball, Sid.
Yeah, she had to get there. And now Hallie is in the middle there. It's tough. The Demons, you can just see the ball dying as it kicks the other way.
They're in good positions again, in the right spot to cut that ball off. And I mean, and plain and simple, you got to hustle. You can't let the ball get to you. Yep. Even in this wind, go get the ball.
Just like right there, what Red just did. She hustled down, and now we got is that Chesney over there or Addie?
Shot.
And we got a shot on the goal. And that's right there in the middle.
She'd like to have that one back, I guarantee you, because that was a good open shot right there.
Yeah, it was a shot made by Sydney over on the far side. That was Chesney that went down. She looked like she was going to have a shot, too.
Yeah, she did. That defense recovered pretty well, and ball ricocheted back straight to the middle, and Sydney had a wide open shot. She just, couldn't get the right foot on there.
Well, just like that, the Demons already have one shot going back this other way, so we were wondering how they would adjust going against the wind. It looks like they did the adjustments. Wyckoff's going to send it over to Miller in the middle. Sydney's trying to fight that one off. The Bulldogs get the pass out, but it's going to go out of bounds on number 7 here. Alexis Eads playing over here, this wing on this side. DeCarlo's going to throw the ball in, trying to get it over to Regina, and she's trying to fight off some defenders there. Bulldogs keep it. Miller come in trying to help out. Number 11 is going to kick it all the way to the other side. And she puts it up in the air, and the ball just stopped.
She passed the ball to herself there,
Ron. I mean, it literally went up and came back down to her. So the Demons are in good control over here, down the sideline over there, fighting for it. Red, it goes out of bounds. The Red has she's done some good things tonight. I mean, she's hustling over there, and she's getting control of the ball. And she's definitely stepping up, forming to be one of the leaders on this team. Chesney's got the ball now. Nice, trying to pass to the outside, and the ball just died as she's trying to get it over to Sydney. So we're going to reset. Pass over from Regan over to Alexis Eads. And Eads, the ball is not out of bounds yet, and it is going to go out now.
She took it back out inside, and, I think if she takes it outside and tried to create something towards the middle, probably have a little better chance there.
Yeah, I think so, too. And there's a throw in for Alexis. Bulldogs now with it, trying to get it back down on their end. The Demons are able to keep it down here with this gusting wind in their face.
They haven't let the foot off the guys, have they?
Not at all. They're looking really good, just controlling it down here. A little bit of a collision there. Eads. And
there's been a pretty clean game so far, Robbie.
Man, I think there's been
one or two
penalties called. It has been. They're letting them play for the most part
Yeah.
because it's been a physical game.
It's been physical. You know, it's been clean though. A clean physical is good.
It sure is, yeah. And you know they like that. I know our girls like that. Throwing that in, and there's a collision there, and I don't think there was a call made on it. So the game will continue. Passing over to Regina, back over to, can't tell who's in the middle. Oh, that's Sydney, okay.
That wind caught the ball.
Yeah,
Nice recovery there.
Eads
Nice,
back in the
nice
middle.
crisp passes by
That
these
was,
girls
man,
tonight,
they
you know?
have. Yes, they've been making some nice passes. Ball's been coming off really nice and soft off their
Nice.
foot, too. There's a
There's
good
a good
pass
pass.
to Eads. Got a shot, and it
Nice
gets
cut back.
blocked. Puts
Oh.
it back in, a little bit
Hey.
outside.
That's the good spot to put it. That wind's coming from that direction, and you're hoping the wind might catch it back a little bit, push it back in. Unfortunately, it didn't that time.
She played it right, didn't she?
She did.
It was perfect. It really was a perfect kick, and I like the way she cut back and kept possession of the ball. You know, it looked like the defender was going to get in there. So the Demons, look at this. That's a good play there in the middle by Sid. And Alexis is going to have to kick this one outside. We're going to have a shot here, maybe. Miller kicks it back out, and
Off her foot.
right off her foot, just got underneath it. Number 15 took the shot. There's another shot. Trying to get these. Oh, that was Hallie. Okay, Hallie
Staying
took the
aggressive.
shot. Yeah,
I like
they
it.
are. Be a minute. We're gonna get these numbers down. I promise you. I keep having to look down at the roster. No, they're being very aggressive, and the Bulldogs are not having a lot of success keeping the ball on that end. Addie's got control of it now, heading towards the sideline, trying to keep it in. Good move. Pitches it back out to Wyckoff, and she's going to kick it back out down to, was that DeCarlo, number 8?
Yes.
Yeah, DeCarlo. Albritton. Ava is number 11. I think I've been calling them different, so I apologize. Ava's number 11, Albritton, and DeCarlo. 2 freshmen, you know, trying to get to know them
Well,
out
there's
there. And they're
quite a bit of
playing that
freshmen.
back line, and they're doing a really good job with Hernandez and Addie.
Well, you know, last year, that defense was the cream of the crop. You know, that defense kept us in a lot of games last year. You know, Deja Gibbons was, I personally think she was by far the leader of that back line.
I'm telling you.
You know, and they impressed me quite a bit last year, the way they played. And
We got something here going.
the way this back line is playing right now, they're keeping pace.
They are, yeah. Demons getting it, flipping the field there on the Bulldogs.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's almost like this wind isn't affecting these girls right now. You
It
know?
doesn't
And-
look like it.
And I mean, you know, the wind has died down some. You know, it's still windy, but
Yeah.
it's not affecting them as much as I thought it would.
Well, it's not affecting Duncan the way it was Cash earlier, but Duncan's passes are they've been really good and on time. I mean, they are playing an aggressive style tonight.
Well, they're not over making too many touches once they touch the ball. They're getting 1 or 2 touches and then making a decision.
Yeah, like right there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's Ava with the ball, and then Alexis is here to help out. Alexis, full
Nice.
control now, just fighting the girl off. Good block out there, sending it over to Red on the far side. She sends
Good.
a nice
Ah.
ball over to Chesney.
It died out a little bit there for some reason, kind of spun out.
But they are keeping it low. I mean, when the Lady Demons are kicking it on this end, they're keeping it low.
And you have to on this wind. You don't want to you kind of want to keep the ball close to that turf, if not on the turf.
Yeah, and every time the Bulldogs bring it in, man, the Demons
They swarm.
They swarm to it and steal it. They're having a tough time with this. Finally get one to the middle. They're going to send this to the outside. Let's see where number 7 goes with it. But look,
Now
you got 2 girls on it right there.
And I
just
mean,
like
and that's the thing that they're still doing from what they were doing last year is that defense recovers so well.
Yeah.
And they swarm to that ball. You know, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this, you know, especially for the first game. You know, usually, like I said, first game, you know, you see the jitters, you see mistakes, and it's the time to do it. You know, at the beginning of the season. But I'm pretty impressed at this point right now with the way this back defense and the team in general is playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Kirsten's going to come off, and Addie Ramberg comes in. Addie did some. She did some good things in the first half. She
did.
Played back there and got some good shots off, good passes. Richards fighting the ball, and the Bulldogs come up with it. Trying to keep the ball down here on their end. They've struggled this half as the Demons have been playing very aggressive. And this is one of the few times they've had it down there. There's a good look to number 7, but we've seen that in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
You got to take some off of it because it just sails on you.
And that's the difference. You know, when you put the ball in the air like that, it's going to carry further than it does if you just keep it low to the turf or on the turf. And you just want to get them shorter passes because, you know, again, when it's windy like this, you know, you got to take some off.
I mean, I know the camera can't see it, but Skylar had to go all the way down past the concession where the people come in.
Where's the ball girl at?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where's the kids?
Where's the kids at?
We need to get these kids down there. I mean, she literally, the ball almost rolled into the parking lot. And now she got to bring it all the way back. But you know what?
She got some action.
Time is ticking.
That's right.
And we got the lead.
It's a continuous clock.
I'm fine with that.
And Skylar's one of those players that she knows the rules, and
yeah, she wasn't sprinting.
She's more than happy to take her time with it.
Skylar was not sprinting to get that ball. So Demon's going to kick this one in, and
nice.
Ava over to Alexis. Alexis fighting it and sends a nice little ball there. That's a nice shot to Sydney. Sydney's looking to see what she's going to do with it. In the middle, Sydney sends it over to Hallie. And Hallie's fighting for it. She's done some good stuff in the middle there. Alexis with the pass. Trying to get one down to Chesney. And
she had her foot. She had her foot behind the line there. They called it. He's trying to call it.
It's probably hard to hear the whistle.
It is.
Down there
and I knew it because she was behind that line, and he immediately raised his flag.
So the Demons are fighting for it back. Well, the Bulldogs get it, and the Demons just get it right back. There's a good pass over. Chesney's got it. She's going to switch directions and go back across. Ramberg with the ball over there. She's got some help. And there's a nice job putting it back down on the other end. That's Hernandez back over there on that far side. And the ball's
got a race going there.
And Sophie's winning it.
Oh. Wow. He didn't call it. It didn't look like.
Yeah, I don't think he called it out on. Called it out on Bulldogs.
Yeah. I think she tripped.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look like a foul to me from over here. It looked,
it looked like she just kind of lost her footing.
Yeah.
So Skylar has to do the same thing that the other goalie did. You just got to set the ball and kick it. And a light kick. The Bulldogs didn't play it near as aggressively as the Demons did.
No, they didn't. They laid back on that. And, you know, honestly, I'm really surprised by that, especially the way what was going on in the first half against them.
That's a good play by Addie to get the ball out of there. Looks like they were going to have a shot. Alexis is going to back off of it and then turn around and take it down the field. Got leaves blowing all over the place in front of us. It looks like it's fall.
It looks like bats.
This is spring. I mean, you got leaves blowing in the air.
Yeah, time changes this weekend, don't it, Robbie?
I guess, does it? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Man, it feels like it's still winter. Boys down there warming up. They'll be up next, and we'll get to talk a lot about them before the game. They're basically, you talking about this being a brand new team. That boys team is really going to be a brand new team.
Yeah,
lost a lot of seniors.
Half their starting roster, I believe.
That's going to go out of bounds on. I can't tell who the number is down there on that far. It might be Ava. I think it is. Yeah, Ava's down there still. Throw this one in for the Bulldogs off onto the Demons' head. Now we're going to get a race to it. That was DiCarlo fighting it off, trying to keep it in Demon possession, and one of the Bulldogs goes down, and
they're going to call it on Sydney there. They she stuck her foot out a little bit. You know, it's a good call. You know, I hate for it to happen right there, but
yeah, it's a tough place for it to happen. I mean, she's going to have a kick here, so Skylar's going to get an opportunity here. Now, we haven't talked enough about Skylar. She did such a fantastic job last year. And she blocks that one. There we go.
Nice. They're going to call it. Are they going to call it?
Did they? No, I didn't call that.
No, they called it out of bounds?
Out of bounds, yeah, because it's a corner kick. It must have been out on them. They must have got a leg on it. Oh no, okay, so their corner, their kick, it was out of bounds. It went out. I guess Skylar, when she hit it and it came back down, it must have went out on one of the Demons. Something I can think of. There's a corner kick coming up.
Exactly
oh
sure.
My goodness, that hit the side of the goal. Stays in play.
Hit the yellow goalpost.
Oh, it did. Okay. The way that penalty kick went, though, I thought this one's got a shot.
It did have a shot.
It was way up, and Skylar did such a good job.
No, she timed it very well on that.
She timed it perfectly.
You know, she timed it very well. You know, but I'm not exactly. I'm still not sure exactly what the call was after that.
Well, since it was a corner kick, wouldn't that mean it went out on one of our girls?
Yeah, it had to have been.
I just didn't see.
I'm trying to think if he called it out on Skylar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it could have went off of any of them. So the Bulldogs fighting down here. They're running out of time. They need to tie this thing up. I mean, they have plenty of time. There's 23 minutes left in the half, but it hadn't been easy.
No, it hasn't.
Easy on them, that's for sure. The Lady Demons have played some really good defense.
No, and Chickasha's adjusted pretty well too the second half. Not just with the wind themselves, but you know, defensively they've adjusted a little bit.
Yeah, they're getting a few more shots off too. They're starting to take a few more chances. And why wouldn't you? I mean, you got the wind to your back. It's a perfect opportunity to. But this is probably the longest that they've kept the ball down here on this end. The Demons did a really good job in that first of this second half. And that was goes deflected off one of the Bulldogs. No handball called. Demons with possession. Ramberg with the pass. Or is that still Addie over there on that far side?
That far side.
Addie's going to steal it. Addie Richards.
21 over there. Yeah. Ramberg?
Yes, okay. Just making sure. Out of bounds on the Demons.
Yeah. Like Cash keeping possession right now. It's in their favor at the moment. This half, it seems. But we kind of expected that, you know. Switch sides, you know, switch wind. So it was expected.
Well, you got so much working against you.
Oh, that's dangerous, Skylar.
That was very dangerous, and they were playing it. You could see number 7.
Yeah.
About the time she went to roll it, you see number 7 make her move.
Yeah, you can see Coach Sutherland over here. He didn't like that roll out like that, you know.
I mean, you know, normally in normal conditions, Skylar would be booting them.
Yeah.
Addie's trying. Oh, look at the ball. It just takes off as Addie's trying to kick. Be set to go here in just a few minutes. So hang with us. This is Duncan Demon Soccer brought to you by Sparklight. All right, welcome back to Duncan Demon Soccer, brought to you by Sparklight. What an exciting game that was. The girls win 1-0. Now the boys are set to go. Coach David Shaw has got to rebuild this team. Carlos graduated a lot of seniors from last year's team.
He sure did. I mean, I almost think half the roster
I would say
of starters were seniors last year.
I would agree.
You know, I'm looking at this roster right now, and I'm seeing 2 seniors.
I know
on the team this year.
Israel Hernandez and Keelan Smith Johnson.
Yeah, it's a team full of juniors and freshmen.
Yeah, and you think about the guys that are gone, and those guys were starters for so many years.
They were. Good
Delgado and Hector and all those. Landon Holthouse, just all these starters that were such contributors for 4 years. I mean, these guys came in as freshmen and were like immediately starters. So it's a big deal. And Coach Shaw brought on Ronnie Hare this year. Ronnie's going to be on the sideline. He coached with the girls for several years. Ronnie joined Coach Shaw this year, and exciting to see what these 2 guys can do. With this is it's kind of a rebuilding. You have 2 seniors, and then it's junior, sophomore, and freshmen. So it is a little bit of a rebuilding year, and but I do like I do like the. You have a lot of experience.
You do.
These kids have been playing soccer their whole lives. They know the game, and it's their time. It's just their time to rise up and do it.
Yeah, and some of these starters, that are playing today, they were starters last year. Like Sebastian. And Camden. He had a lot of playing time. Isaac had a lot of playing time. Bryson got a lot of playing time as well last year.
Yeah.
So I mean. It's a rebuild year, but a lot of these players have been sitting back waiting to have their moment, and right now is their moment.
Camden Villagrana, a captain, a junior, along with Keelan Smith Johnson, a senior. Both that's your 2 captains that we have on our roster. You said you thought you seen 3 captains out there, so Coach Shaw might have named another one before the game. And, I mean, all these guys have experience. All these guys have been playing. But, there's, some of the freshmen, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 freshmen on the roster here. And I recognize some of the names, but some of them I don't. And so, we'll get to know these guys too. But a lot of these, you've named off several of them that got a lot of playing time last year.
They did.
Both Salazar brothers, Isaac and Sebastian, both was big contributors to the last year's team.
Yeah, I remember last year Bash there towards the end of the season got hurt. And missed the last few games.
That's right. Sure
because of that, but he's fully recovered and was anxious to get back on the pitch and excited to see what happens this season.
I mean, I remember you coaching these guys when they were little kids.
Yeah, well, I coached them at U14 up in Lawton League, in a co-ed team, and with our girls and these boys, and that was a fun season. And I knew then that these kids would be playing this sport, for a long time, and here we are.
Yep, here they are in high school, and this is what you play all those years for, and here we go. First kick is underway. Demons supporting some brand new unis this year. You got some a striped black and gray look, but I'm really appreciative of the white numbers.
Oh, very much.
I really
so.
like that.
Yeah, they're easy to distinguish those numbers, aren't they?
That helps me out so much. And it's going to be a lot like the girls' game. We're going to have to get used to these guys, the new numbers, and because it's going to be tough to call these guys out.
Well, and it's a faster paced game. The boys, and you can immediately say they play at a faster pace.
Absolutely.
They're go, and they're faster, and so they move with the ball a lot.
Yeah. So the Demons now trying to move it downfield, and Israel Hernandez right there in the middle. He'll probably be one of the guys that we talk a lot about this year. He's going to really be one of those guys that has to step up and be the leader of this team, one of the leaders of this team as a senior, of course.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be just like the girls' team. Is not just the captains, but who else is going to step up,
right,
and help, lead this team to some success for the season.
Yeah, I can see guys like Camden Villagrana stepping up
sure.
and doing that. A junior, very experienced, and it'll be interesting. But these guys, it's going to take a little while. You know, sometimes when you got a bunch of new faces filling in new positions, new people, it takes there's some chemistry that has to be.
Absolutely.
You have to get together, and they'll get it together.
Yeah. It takes some time. It takes time, and you know, and it's in any sport. You know,
Absolutely.
Soccer's no different. You know that you have to have that playing time together to get familiar with each other.
So the Demons, this is kind of the same story as it was in the girls' game. It's just a struggle to keep the ball in bounds. I mean, it really is. The wind was gusting. But between the two games, between the two boys and girls games, we actually lost power here at the stadium. I mean, everything went
literally,
just
what, 2
dark
minutes?
for
2
a
minutes
second.
after the game ended? Yeah.
Everything on live stream and all this stuff Chisholm has on battery, it's battery powered, so I guess you probably didn't lose us. And but everything else went dark, and the wind might have had something to do with that. But lights came back on, and we're back in business. So Demons are going to inbound this one. That's number, I think, 21, Jorge Pardon on the other side. Throwing that ball in.
That's Cash.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Look, the white and red. That's I'm looking at that like the Demons.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be hard for me to get used to seeing the Demons in black and gray.
Yeah, that's a first for me as well. You know, I want to think back a couple years back. Duncan has worn black uniforms, but I've never seen him with stripes.
When we do black, it's fine. But you throw black on gray, it confuses me.
It does.
I mean, they look good. I like it. It's fine. They look sharp, but it's just the white with the red numbers made me think Duncan. Oh, Bulldogs keep that ball in. That's going to sail for a while. Sebastian Salazar and Israel Hernandez both there pushing.
And you know, Cash always comes in with a good team at the beginning of the season. It seems like Duncan always has a good game against them. You know, they don't. I wouldn't say they struggle against them, but they always play tough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's usually a pretty good game. I mean, we was talking about that with the girls' game too. It's always a tough, non-district early season game.
No miscommunication there. You know, not sure exactly what Bash was going for, but he went towards it and ricocheted out of him.
Ball being played all on this end this half so far. The Demons struggling to get it across midfield. Have an opportunity here. Camden Villagrana out in front. And I can't see who's fighting with the ball over there on that far side, Carlos. I cannot tell what number he is. He hadn't turned our way yet. It might be.
That's number 1.
Okay, that's Bryson Millen. And Bryson fighting still. It looked like that came off the foot of one of the Demons over there. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it came off Bryson's foot. I noticed Duncan's playing a little tighter, less open than the girls were. You know, and maybe Shaw kind of emphasized that a little bit, you know, pre-warm-ups or something, especially with the wind, you know, kind of keep everything close, and that way they don't have to make them extra long passes and have the wind catch it on its way.
Yeah, it certainly seems so, that they're taking shorter passes, not taking any big chances, especially with the wind against your face the way they're facing right now. Well, the Camden Villagrana had the ball down there. It looked like they were going to have a shot at it. There's Hernandez trying to disrupt. Cash has some good ball handlers. Good close-in speed there. Number 10 for the Demons, Bryson Toth. Came in and disrupted that. It went out of bounds on one of the Demons, but Bulldogs will inbound. No score so far. Really not hardly any shots taken on the goal, either team. Sebastian Salazar gets it downfield.
He's got a foot on him,
Yeah,
don't
he does. He's got a good, strong leg. They're going to need it, too.
Oh, yeah.
There he is back there fighting for it. And Hernandez. There you go, number 23, Isaac Salazar fighting there. And it goes out of bounds. That's a good look.
A very good look.
Very good look to
nice.
Hernandez. And he tries to go.
That was good defense.
It was.
I'm not sure exactly. He must have used his hands illegally there.
He called it on.
Yeah.
He called it on Israel.
That is number 13, 23.
That's who.
Yeah, that's Isaac. That was on Isaac.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, he must have used his hands illegally there or something.
Oh,
or
man.
grabbed.
That ball. Man, that one sailed down.
Yeah. Yeah, that wind let up a little bit, but not a lot, Rob.
Oh, no, huh?
Yeah, I think they decided to take the corner flags down just because of it.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Colin Sherrill has come into the game, number 2. Is that down here on the far? Is that number 2?
Yeah.
Front, I can't see the front. The front of their jerseys, the number's real small. If they turn around, I can see it. Yeah,
yeah, it's number 2.
Colin.
That's Colin.
That's Colin. Colin comes in. That's a junior.
Playing that defensive back line.
Yep. Sebastian's going to get the throw in. Looks to find his brother. Can't find him. He's deflected off of one of the Bulldogs. Villagrana fighting for it, trying to get possession. And there's Israel Hernandez. He's in the middle of it. Israel's so fast there in the middle. Look at that speed.
Oh, yeah. They're going to call that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he raced a little bit there. You know, he got away from him, and he did what he had to do there, you know, and caught his foot, caught his ankle.
You know, usually, you know, when we do the girls' game, the boys' game starting, it's like all of a sudden pedal to the metal, 90 miles an hour. Well, the wind stops that. You know, you can't play that type of game.
Yeah, you have to adjust.
You have to adjust to it, but that's kind of what we're used to seeing, you know. And this feels like you said a minute ago, it's a little slower. It's more reserved, not taking those big, huge passes.
That's a good play by the goalkeeper there. Got away from him easily.
Yep, that'd be I think for
Riley Hunter.
It's Riley Hunter. Okay, I didn't know if they played. We got two keepers.
Play on. Yeah, he called it. I thought it was a foul because he straight pushed him in the back. You know, one thing about this ref, he's calling a fair game, and he's letting them play, but he's calling the obvious.
Yeah, he does.
And you know,
and he did that in the first game too.
He did.
He played.
It was an equal. It was an even game. You know, he called it an even game. Didn't really get too whistle happy with it either. So, which we like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because sometimes you get those guys that will just
blow it every time,
and that just drags the game on. Demons, there we go. That's a good block, but they just can't keep possession. There's a pass. Camden is in position. Salazar down to Camden. Oh, he turns around and loses it.
You went right there. That's what you do, though.
Yep.
Good job there, Isaac.
Isaac's
yeah, he ran right through it.
He did. He ran through it and almost had a good shot there.
Yeah.
Bulldog keeper is going to boot this one downfield. He's got the
boot.
wind to his back. And the Demons are going to get control of it down there. Out here, Gonzalez comes in. He's playing that far back line, so it's another freshman. Getting some playing time. In the middle is Hernandez. Nice send to Salazar. Salazar sends it down to Villagrana.
There we go.
Villagrana almost had a shot. They closed in fast. There's one coming in by Hernandez, still staying with it. And they get it out. Man, I thought Villagrana was going to have a wide open shot.
It was an excellent pass by Bash over here. You know, it just got especially against that wind.
Yeah, it was.
You
It
know,
was a great layup.
Oh yeah, but again, he kept that ball low. You know, you keep that ball low, it travels a lot further than it does when you get your foot under it.
And we've seen that tonight several times when they keep the ball low. When it gets up, it gets away from you. But it was a beautiful look, and man, Camden almost had a great. It was really good defense for them. They closed in fast. They double teamed Camden at the right time.
Props to Cash defense right there for sure.
But the Demons seem like they're finding a groove down there on that end with their passing.
Yeah, they find that opening. They just got to be patient and you know, not wear themselves out, making too many runs.
Yeah.
You know, ill-advised runs, I say, and you know, just got to be a little patient sometimes, especially in this kind of weather.
Absolutely. Well, Jorge booted that one out down there by the creek again. I mean, we can't.
I thought it was that AutoZone over there.
Yeah, the player went to go find it, and I couldn't even see him. He got in the shadows.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, where'd he go?
Start putting him on milk cartons.
I'm telling you, missing. Come back tomorrow. Yeah, so it'll be a Bulldog ball here that they get to throw in. Right into the middle. And it goes out of bounds. Nobody even touched it. So Demons will get the ball there.
Oh, again, you got to play that wind. I mean,
yeah.
You can't pinpoint anything in you know, in weather like this, in wind like this.
That's so true. Yeah,
you just can't. You had you know, if you want to kick it to the right side, you better, and the wind's going from left to right, you better, you know, adjust to that.
Yeah, because if you don't, it's gone.
It is.
It's hard to do too, because you normally you just don't play that way.
Yeah.
It's really tough for these guys to get that in their head. Salazar sends a nice one down there. And look at that, Sebastian fighting for it. Good job by Sebastian. Camden.
Nice. Good adjustment
kicks
there by
it back to the middle. Yeah, it was. And then he brings it back to Hernandez. Israel working over in the corner, getting double teamed. Good footwork, keeps possession. Israel still fighting off 2 guys, 3 guys.
Yeah. He don't care, bring them all.
And look at that. There's what you're talking about. When the ball, you kick it up in the air, it goes up and it comes right back at you. Because normally he was trying to find, I think, Salazar right there in the middle. And he probably would have been open if the wind wouldn't have got a hold of it.
Oh, got a trip. That's not good. Yeah, we got lucky there that he lost his footing, and you know, that Cash wingman about got away from him, but he ended up tripping himself too, so that kind of helped us.
Yeah. Demons threatened a few times in this first half. They've gotten the ball down there and had some really nice looks. See if they can keep building on that as they Bulldogs working down here, and that's going to be opportunity for Duncan. They almost got into some trouble there.
Yeah, they did. He got a little nervous and just kind of, you know, he had time. You take time and you know, you just kind of find a better spot to put the ball in.
Felt like he probably didn't have time.
Yeah, he rushed it. Nice stop there by the goalie.
2 good stops for Riley Hunter so far, and there's Sebastian working down.
Be calling his name a lot this season, I'm sure.
I think so. Yeah, Sebastian and Hernandez and Camden, these guys have been pushing a lot with both the Salazar boys,
for sure.
Isaac and Sebastian.
But Big Brother will get on to him about that one.
Yeah. And Isaac's a sophomore and Sebastian's a junior.
That's right.
So you got this year and next year, they'll have another year to play together. And there's one of our lone seniors, Israel Hernandez.
Nice
Man, he's
move.
just got some smooth footwork too.
He does. He's
I like that
fast.
little pass back from Villagrana.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice little flick to himself.
Goodness. That was a big collision there in the middle.
He's out. He's okay. I hope he's okay. He's pretty hurt. I think he collided heads there, man.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think it knocked him out.
I think it did. I hate to see that. Yeah, he immediately went down pretty good. You see some movement there. at least. But
Yeah.
you know, people don't understand, and you know, for a long.
All right, good to see that Israel Hernandez was able to get up and walk off with a little bit of help. But, yeah, as you were saying, Carlos, people don't realize what a physical game this is.
It is. I mean, you go up, you got 2-3 guys going up there and try to head a ball. And sometimes it's not the ball that you make contact with. Sometimes it's another head you make contact with.
Yeah.
And it can get dangerous.
I mean, a head, a body, a forearm, a foot. I mean, we've seen some vicious collisions in this sport. I've seen a lot of injuries in this sport, and I don't think you realize how physical it is until you like watch a lot of it, or play it, or have a kid that plays it, or whatever the fact is. But I remember when Alyssa started playing soccer. And she got to that age, I was like, oh, this is a lot more violent of a sport than I thought.
It was probably around U12.
Yeah, it was when they start, you know, figuring out a little bit what they're doing and getting physical. And
well, I mean, that's something I emphasized in my teams when I coached back then is that, you know, that was part of our drills is physical drills.
Yes.
You know, bump
body
and
on
run,
body.
bumping body on body.
I remember watching those practices. Yeah, you got to get physical, and the guys, they even get, you know, they're even moving faster and usually bigger and stronger, so more happens. But good to see that Israel was up.
Yeah,
I mean,
good to see him up. You know, it looks like he's getting tested over there, making sure that, you know, now the way that injury looked, you know, I'd really be surprised if they allow him back to play, but you know that's going to be up to the trainer to decide, obviously.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that'd be all up to them. But, yeah, he took a pretty good shot. So, but it was very nice to see him get up because he'll be a guy that they need.
I'm sure he's down there saying he's okay, he wants to go back in. But, you know, we live in an age where, you know, there's much more important things than getting back into the game. You know, your health is the most important.
Got to be safe for sure. And they won't let him back in unless they feel like he's safe. Another out-of-bounds kick, and the Demons will have it. They'll get a chance to see if they can boot one down. Jorge's going to hold it, put it down, and kick it back to Jorge, and he's going to kick it out here. Oh, look at that ball sail.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to find Nate Nichols over here.
Yeah, he almost found a fan in the stands.
I guarantee it. And he was kicking against the wind, but you can see what the wind does when it gets up. Ball gets up in there. Salazar's just trying to get it downfield, but had a little curve action to it. Goes out of bounds. 22 minutes left in this first. No scores. Off the head of Colin Sherrill, out of bounds. And the Bulldogs get another throw in. Right there into the middle. Salazar there to stop it. And
they're going to call a foul on Cash.
Yeah, hit him.
Yeah, he came in a little rough. You know, I wouldn't have called it personally, but, you know, again, the refs, you know, he's making pretty even calls both sides.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we've seen worse call. We've seen it both ways, but he has been calling it pretty fair. Off the head of one of the Bulldogs, and another stop by Riley Hunter, a sophomore goalkeeper. We got two goalkeepers on the roster, Riley Hunter and Augustine Morello
Colasso.
And he's a freshman, so sophomore and freshman, two young goalkeepers.
Oh, yeah. We're kind of in the same boat. Our goalkeeper, or the girls' goalkeeper there, is a sophomore as well, right? Skylar.
Yeah, Skylar is a sophomore. And I didn't even look on the roster to see who the other goalkeeper was.
I didn't see another.
I don't even know if we have one on the roster.
We don't.
She's goalkeeper number 1. We don't
That's
even have a 2. And so
Oh, got lucky there.
yeah, we did. The Demons are having to fight off a
They're pushing a little
serious
bit.
possession down here by the Bulldogs. Colin Sherrill chases this one out of bounds, and it's probably going to be Duncan ball. I didn't see where he marked it. Yep, Colin looks like he's going to throw it in.
Yeah, it seems like we're having a little trouble getting the ball out from our end over here at this moment.
That's a big throw
It
against the wind, trying to find Camden Villagrana. And it goes out of bounds again. This time it will be out on the Bulldogs as well. We're getting the possession. We're just not moving it downfield.
Well, I mean, it's on the wrong side. That wind keeps
Tough.
pushing it back.
Yes, it's tough. We've seen it now. Now the girls did have some success. I was impressed with the success they had at going against the wind. So we know it can be done. And the boys have too. There's a good look there.
Very good look. Good pass.
Got to wait for his guys to get even, and now he's got somebody.
Got away from him.
Yeah, lost it.
Yeah. That's when you got to slow down a little bit. You know, and these boys, you know, they played this game so fast sometimes that they forget that you don't have to. You can slow down a little bit. You know, just take, you know, instead of taking 3 steps, take 2 steps.
Yeah, and two, you know, Camden, he's probably used to having Israel there ready for him, and there was nobody there. So that's
he had to wait on everybody.
Chemistry that you know you miss whenever you lose a guy like Israel Hernandez on the field.
No, it's made a difference already not having Hernandez out there. You could see that the chemistry and you know, the momentum of the game has shifted since he went down.
Yeah,
so
it happens too when you lose an important player, a captain, he's not a captain, but one of your senior leaders. But the Demons have done a pretty good job so far. They're playing.
They're playing good defense.
Good defensive effort. We've had some opportunities there on the other end offensively. It's just it's hard to get shots off in this kind of weather we're having tonight. So Salazar is going to go off the head here to Camden. Camden fighting off a defender. Good block out. Nice little pass
little
there.
1-2 there. Not enough on that one.
Nate Nichols, number 8, was there for it. Nate is a junior.
It's like it hits the wall, don't it?
Yeah, I know. Bryson Millen just tried to put it up, and it just goes out of bounds. Very unpredictable with this wind. And like you said, I think it has kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, I know it's not by any means calm, but compared to what it was earlier, man, we were having leaves blowing around in front of the window here. Bulldogs right there in the middle.
Now, there was a couple times I thought them goalposts might come down.
They were shaking. They still are.
Yeah.
Salazar with the ball. Trying to send one downfield, but it goes out of bounds. 17 minutes left in the first half as the Demons and Bulldogs are all knotted up zeros. About the same amount of shots taken on each side, really. I think they may have taken a couple more, but Demons have definitely had their opportunities.
Oh, yeah. Playing aggressive, too.
Yeah, that's a good job there by
good.
Nate Nichols fighting off the defender there. That ball just got away from him.
It did, but a good hustle, though.
Able to rebound with the Toth down to Villagrana. And Camden's fighting off that pressure from the backside. Need some help there, guys. Somebody's got to come up and help him out. Jaden Castillo is in the game down the middle. I've just seen his number, so I don't know when he checked in, but he's in there playing in the middle.
Now you're going to call foul on that, a little trip.
Looks like Isaac's going to tap it in over to Sebastian. Back to Isaac. Tried to touch it just down there to Nate and got a little bit ahead of him. That was a pretty good pass there. Number 9.
Good hustle.
Go out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Demons have a chance to throw this one in. Isaac's going to throw that one in. Sebastian keeping it alive. Trying to get that out to Camden, and it just too far for him. Oh, it's a good steal there by Bryson
We
Mill.
got a little run here.
Cash
right playing great defense. You know, it's almost like they get by them, but they recover pretty quickly.
Like right there.
Yeah.
Bryson made a good move, and he stuck with it.
Nice
good job.
pass.
That's a great pass.
Oh, he had to go back for it. It definitely slowed his momentum down.
It did, yeah, because it was going to be.
It was It was going to be one-on-one.
Definitely.
It's almost like his foot got stuck in the turf there.
Yep.
Oh, nice back. Good job there.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was some good defense there by Colin Sherrill, because.
Yeah, he was one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. If 9 would have had a little help down there from his friends, they might have had an opportunity there. But he was all by himself. There was 3 demons around him. Keelan Smith Johnson comes in the game. Who took a seat? Let's see. Okay,
Number
that
4.
was
That's Jaden Castillo. Yeah.
It's hard to tell when these guys rotate in and out. I miss it. They do it so fast.
They do.
There's a
Good
kick.
shot.
Oh, good shot. Good stop. Riley Hunter.
Yeah, right to the keeper there. Those are the ones that you're okay with.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that Chickasha players, or Chickasha Cash players, wishing he had that one back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he hits that. He just kind of tips it right over his head, and
yeah,
it's in.
Yeah, especially with the wind to his back, he really had a good opportunity there.
Yeah, we got to clear that.
Yeah, definitely, and they do.
Again, you know, keep that ball low. It goes further, don't it, Robbie?
Yeah, it does, and
oh,
there was a big.
Oh, he didn't call it. Yeah, he did.
He called it. Camden went down pretty hard.
Yeah,
too.
you know, it was a pretty good arm grab there. I mean, and kind of looked like he pulled him down a little bit. And
that's what I thought.
He's giving him a verbal warning. Hey, you know, let's be great. Let's just slow it down a little bit. You like to see that, you know. You know, these refs sometimes, you know, it's good for them to go up to the kids. Hey, you know, let's calm down a little bit, you know, and keeps up. Then it's time to bring out the cards.
Right. Man, I just don't. Did he was there any cards pulled in the girls' game?
No.
None.
No.
And there hadn't been this game, so
No.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
To go one full game and almost a full half of the other game, and we haven't seen no cards come out yet.
No.
So that's good. Good deal. He has done a pretty good job calling both.
Yeah.
Calling it both ways, and because there's been a lot. I mean, these two teams are playing pretty physical.
They are. They are.
There's been some big hits, you know, Camden with that big hit right there, and that ball just Camden just couldn't get to it. Moving it around, trying to get things working for them. The Demons taking a little slower approach here, some smaller passes, and that one, you know, those long passes like that is when they lose it.
Yeah, they tend to get away from
wind.
You know, even on that one, you know, he kept the ball low, but you know, keep it a little bit shorter, and you get better opportunities, I think. Yeah,
and you know, it's like we said earlier on a
calm day, that's probably a great pass.
Yeah.
But when you get the wind blowing and against your face, it's tough to control it, especially those long passes like that.
And for the person getting the ball
Yeah.
as well, you know. They either have to chase it so far or the ball's just simply not going to get there.
Yeah, Salazar's going to throw in over here on the far side. Sebastian over to Isaac. Isaac's just trying to keep him off his back. Oh, there's a miss there, but the Demons are able to recover, but it's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be a
It'll be cash ball.
cash throw in. Jorge had a shot at it and just lost it. And then the ball rolled out of bounds, and now the Demons trying to get it back. Bulldogs working in the middle. That number 9's a pretty good player for the Bulldogs.
Is.
He's pretty solid.
Yeah, this cash team, they're playing. You know, they've had some opportunities here and there, and you know, a couple mishaps where you know they get a better shot, they might get a better opportunity. But you know, games like this, that's just the way it goes sometimes. You know, I mean,
Right.
it's unpredictable, especially, and we can't emphasize enough how much this wind really affects these players out here.
Yeah, and you can see it. I mean, you really can. It affects everything that ball does. I think Gonzalez at here on the far side. Is that number 5? That backside.
Yeah.
I believe he
Yep.
came in. Another freshman comes
Yep.
in on that defensive side. Look at the ball. It goes up and back. It just tells you how strong that wind is. It go out of bounds on the Bulldogs or on the Demons. Bulldogs will get the throw in, and they're moving closer to the Demons' goal. 9 minutes left in the half, right in the middle. And the Demons are going to boot this up in the air. You know that is not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, you know, in that situation right there, you know, the goalie has a clear path to the ball, and it's his responsibility to call his defender off. You know, that's the better play.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Isaac, he just seen it in front of him.
Well,
just nailed it.
Instinctively, that's what you do.
Sure.
But again, you know, it's up to the goalie to make sure, you know, as a goalie, you got to take that leadership and you got to be that vocal player out on the pitch.
Yep, absolutely. Riley Hunter, the sophomore keeper, has had a few good stops, and let's see what Cash does with the corner kick.
That's too
It's
far.
going to be way over.
Oh yeah.
I think it went behind the goal.
I think it
the
was 3
wind
points.
blew it behind the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was 3 points there.
He curved it right between the uprights. I mean, it was a perfect hook shot. Those are tough. Corner kicks with the wind blowing like that are extremely
They're tough
hard
as
to do.
as it is
yeah,
anyway.
they're tough on a calm day.
Mm-hmm.
Demons able to get that one off as the ball was moving. Colin Sherrill chasing this one down, blocking out. That goes out of bounds, and it'll stay down there Bulldogs' way. And there the ball goes, out the gate. Somebody picked that up for us.
Yeah.
7 minutes left in this first half.
At some point, I think we're going to have to wise up and figure up some kind of back there, don't you?
I know it. Yeah, because that's a big open space.
That's a huge open space over here on this other, you know, on this north side. It's
only fence.
It's only about 30 yards to the fence. Over here, you know, if you hit concession, it's still another 30, 40, about 40 yards to concession.
Well, you know, you used to have the wall around there.
Uh-huh.
It's just a lot more room. And when the ball hits the concrete out there in front of the concession stand, it just rolls.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it might see a fence up one of these days.
Or just even a net.
Yeah.
Just put a net, temporary net.
It has been tough for the Demons to get the ball on the other side of the field in this half for sure. Bulldogs have had their opportunities.
Looks like Israel came back from the locker room and not sure what news he got or what, but he's down there with Coach right now.
Oh, there's
Yeah, that was a big,
almost a big collision. But
was.
Camden pops right back up from it, no problem.
Yeah, I'm sure Israel would love to get back in there, but again, you know, if you saw that collision, it looked pretty violent, and you know, you just got to be cautious about, you know, these, you know, gambling with these young lives like that, you know, and they're, you know, them head injuries are so unpredictable. They really are, you know. You know, when we grew up, we didn't believe in that.
Put some dirt on
We'll
it.
put some dirt on it. You'll be fine.
Get the smelling
Yeah.
salt out.
Yeah, you know, it's March. It's not February, but you're all right. You know.
Yeah, that's right. Get up.
Yeah, it's a lot different now, and for good reason though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there's just no sense in risking further injury.
Well, the trainer, one of the young ladies, she came out of the locker room with him. She did a thumbs up, and coach talking to him, so he's good. I mean, he's not probably going to play the rest of this game, which I don't blame him.
Yeah.
No reason in game one.
No, they're doing the right thing, and that's the thing that you should do. And I mean, like I said, if you saw the collision, I was going to be really surprised if I saw him back in there.
Oh yeah, he looked like he got it. Looked like to me
It looked
he
scary.
almost got knocked out.
It really did. It looked like a scary collision.
There's a good job, Bryson Toth, getting the ball back, and now the Demons working down
Camden
the side.
called for it, and he got it. No, here we go.
Oh, whoa! What a good look.
Hey, that was a great look. He called it perfectly.
He sure did.
Gets the ball, got one touch it, pushes it out, gets the right foot on it, but just got a little bit under it.
Yeah, beautiful pass.
Yeah, good shot too. I mean, it just.
Oh, Villagran, I thought he nailed it. Honestly, I really did. I thought it was going in. Got a little high, and I think was that Bryson Toth that sent that, or Bryson Millen?
Yeah.
That sent that ball to him.
Yeah, no, it was a good.
In the wind. It was just a straight good
Boy,
pass.
He raised his arm immediately, and Bryson saw him. Oh yeah, and it hit him on the run too. Yeah, that by far was the best play so far of the game.
I'd love to see that go in. Man, that would have been awesome. 3 minutes left in the half and no score yet. But the Demons are starting to pick up a little urgency and keeping the ball down here on this end. Salazar got the ball kicked away from him as it goes out of bounds. And the Demons will keep it on this end. I mean, even when the ball's not kicked very hard, you can see it just rolling away from Sebastian as he's trying to go chase it down.
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian throws it down the line to Isaac.
Yeah, defensive player did the only thing he could do, just kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, kick it out of bounds. And
kill a little bit of time and then just recover.
Demons get another chance to throw in with 3 minutes left. Sebastian's going to throw this in, trying to get it over in the middle to number 14. I think that's who he's trying to get to, Garcia. Bulldogs back in business, spreading the field out. Good little pass there. Oh, that might
yeah, it was a little mishap there.
Mishap there, Demons there. Garcia in control, looking, trying to find a pass.
Oh,
and almost. Boy,
it was on target, but the defensive player got in the way of that one.
Oh, yeah, he did. He got in the way at the perfect time because they sent it. Garcia sent it perfectly for
with the left foot, too.
It was a lefty. Camden is getting down there. He's getting open. He's getting some
He
looks.
is. He's creating his own space and finding it, you know.
2 minutes left in the half.
And they've gave him some good passes.
They have. They have.
Bryson Toth with the pass. Back across over to Millen. And the Bulldogs with the ball. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. Time running down.
Good defense.
No scores of first half. Quite a few shots taken, though. Demons have taken some really nice shots. Bulldogs have taken some shots. Riley Hunter's got some action in the net. Made some good stops. a sophomore playing there. So, you know, it's good to see him. There's some good hustle. Camden pushing it. He wasn't going to let them just sit there and kick it around. Bulldogs somehow finally find their way down there as the Demons recover. And that one goes out of bounds with a minute left. Gonzalez chases it down, hands it off to Sebastian. He's get the throw in. Right there, trying to find his brother, Isaac, and it goes. He tried to find Camden.
Oh, yeah.
It just went off his foot a little different, and Bulldogs now have it. They're going to be pushing. If they want to try to take the advantage of this win, they need to really push that ball. But the Demons are playing good defense, and they met it. It stays in bounds. It's Bulldog ball. Demons turn it back over. Now Demons can work. Maybe they can take the last shot. Bulldogs kick this one up. It stays in bounds. 14 seconds. That's some good defense there for Duncan.
There you
Cash
go.
is really pushing. 5 seconds on the clock. Ball's out of bounds. Big throw in, and I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, he's going to blow it.
Yep, that'll be
There it is.
halftime. We're all tied. Zeros on the clock on the scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the second half of your Duncan Demon Soccer. This is Duncan Demon Soccer brought to you by Sparklight.
All right, here we go. We're back in action. Halftime is over. The guys got out there and started kicking around before we even realized it, didn't they, Carlos? Well, let's see what happens here in this second half. The Demons flip the field now. They're going to have the wind to their back. Let's see if they can do something with it. What kind of, if you're adjusting that, if you're evaluating that first half, Carlos, you got some. What do you build on if you go in the locker room? What did Coach Shaw tell the guys?
I think Coach tells them, hey, you're going up against the wind first half, and you had some opportunities. Yeah. Now you got the wind. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we can do with it and capitalize on it. Because offensively, they had opportunities. There was a couple of shots by Camden himself that probably could have gone in.
Yeah.
Some good passing. They're playing aggressive. They're being a little bit more precise with their passing. They're not getting trying to get that ball up too high.
Yeah.
So just stick with that. Let's stay focused. Slow it down a little bit. You don't have to go, and try to get one or two scores out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really take advantage of this wind to your back. And
because overall, first half they did well.
I thought so, especially defensively. Played a really good defensive first half, as considering the amount of time that Cash was down here.
There was an opportunity.
There was a good opportunity. The ball found its way in, and the keeper for Cash did a good job. And this is that was really
That was really one of his first. He hadn't had to make many stops because
No.
we've just missed.
We've just missed shots, you know, and got a little bit under the ball, and that one Camden missed, you know, he just got under it a little bit, but you know those opportunities will come. They'll be there again. You know, you just got to focus and don't get too antsy and anxious about it.
Yeah, that was the time I thought we were going to score. That shot looked so good, and it was just a good pass all around. I think the Demons will do a lot better in this second half with the wind at their back. They had to fight that wind so much, and you could tell it was being an issue, and they wanted to do something. They were trying, and the wind was really disrupting it. That one goes behind the goal, so it'll be out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will get to kick this one in. Tough to keep that ball in place. And he gets a boot on it. Probably one of the better kicks against the wind from the goalie we've seen.
Yeah, both games, I
I
think.
mean, really, he really did. He kept it low and hit it on a line drive.
Maybe he heard us up here talking about keeping that ball low.
I guess so. And the Bulldogs going to just kick that one out of bounds. Millen throws in, trying to get it to Villagrana in the middle. And he couldn't find him as there was defenders there, and number 14 was down there too, Garcia. Freshman, Emmanuel Garcia.
Yeah. Ismael.
He played down there. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to put my glasses on, don't I? I didn't see the S. Ismael. And that is Garcia working against two guys. Another ball out of bounds.
That's been the call of the game.
Yeah. How many times have we said it? I don't think I'm going to say it anymore. Out of bounds, throw in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those could, that happens, you know, and there we go.
Man, deflected off the keeper. I wish we'd have had somebody there crashing the box. That would have been a
get a corner
good time.
kick out of it.
Who's going to take the corner kick? Will it be
Now,
Sebastian?
that ball came in hot to that keeper, and I bet anything that ball was moving in the air. And
For sure.
It looked wicked.
Oh,
and
yeah.
them balls, they knuckle up.
If you could see it coming at you, you know it's moving.
Oh, yeah.
Is Sebastian going to be the one kicking this corner kick?
I think so. He coming out of the abyss over there.
The darkness. And they got the dark jersey, so you can't see anything over there.
You better see a white speck and you realize it's the ball.
I'm so thankful they put white
me
numbers
too.
on those jerseys. If they did any other color, we'd be in trouble, wouldn't we?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's Bash over there kicking the ball. He should get it pretty close now.
Look at
I'd
the
like to see it.
goalpost.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how bad the goalpost is.
I'd like
moving.
to see it. He's going to aim over here for the top of his brother. That's where he should aim because the ball's going to fall over there right in front of him anyways.
His brother just moved. Yeah, I'd like to see him aim like
Over here by
you'd
Camden.
almost want to. That's what I see. Let's
He
see.
did.
That not
Exactly
a bad
what
shot
it did.
at all.
Yeah, he aimed it at the right spot. We called that.
I'm telling you,
and
he
it
really did.
just kind of curved back in. He put a little spinner on that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. It went right to the keeper.
Yeah. Well, the keeper didn't expect that
He
for
didn't.
sure.
No, you really couldn't have kicked that any better.
No, I think in that situation though, Duncan needs to be a little bit more prepared and
Crash the box
And crash
in
the
there.
box.
Mhm.
You got to crash that box.
because you
don't-
did have an opportunity because the ball did bounce before the keeper got it.
Those opportunities are few, and are few in a game, and you got to take advantage of those.
Yeah, they'll be there. They'll get it. This is a young team, and they're figuring some things out. I can see these guys doing some good things this year.
Yeah.
They've showed a lot of potential tonight. I mean, we said it when the game started how tough it would be to have to replace all those starters. I mean, you basically lost more than half of your starting team last year to graduation. So a lot of these guys are having to come in and fill some big roles.
And, you know, a lot of those starters from last year that were seniors, you know, they played a lot of minutes in the games.
A lot of minutes.
You know, they only came out to get a quick breather, maybe a drink, if that. And sometimes sometimes I didn't even see them come out.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
you know, Holthouse, I remember, he hardly ever came out.
Yeah, I don't think Landon ever came out, and Alex didn't come out much either.
No. You know, and players like that are far and few, and it's hard to replace that. But, you know, so far, from what I can tell, you know, this team is up for the challenge to see, and they can only get better from here. So from what I'm seeing right now, I think they should have a pretty exciting season.
Yeah, I think you see a lot of these young kids, these sophomores and freshmen. They're getting a lot of this is good minutes for them.
Yes.
A good challenge. This is a pretty good Cash team. This is not a bad Cash team.
It's not. Cash always plays well.
Always.
Like I said, they always have a good team, and they always play Duncan tough, and you know that's just been the history between Duncan and Cash.
30 minutes left in this one, and still no score. Bulldogs working on the other side, threw that in, trying to get working against the wind this half.
Yeah, that was
That's
smothering.
a good job by the Demons. Gotta finish that off. Camden with a nice steal, staying with it. That one's going to go in the bleachers almost. Camden has a way. It looks like the ball's going to be taken from him, and he just has a really nice way of just turning and just blocking out on the run. It's like a one move. He never misses a step. He can turn his back and keep possession of that ball. Very, very smooth. I've noticed him do that.
Yeah, it's very balanced. It's a
couple
very
times.
balanced motion that he has when he does that, and it's a good weapon to have.
Yeah, because I've seen him. He'll have the ball, and a guy's coming behind him, and I'm thinking, I was about to get stolen, and, man, he just does that little move of his. Throw into Camden, and Bulldogs kick it back. The Demons have it.
Yeah, I think they've decided
Stay
that
with
they're going
it,
to smother
boys.
Bash.
Mm-hmm.
Noticed every time he touches the ball now, he's getting double teamed.
Yep.
All that does, though, is create somebody that's open, though, Rob. When
Right.
you get double, triple teamed, that's when you know somebody's open.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, you got to be. And, okay, they must have had a whistle. I think they called it on Sebastian.
Yeah,
or,
that's their first
Isaac,
card.
didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Isaac. He's going to have to come out. I think they're going to call it because he went over, and you know he'll get a talking to over there, and understand that you don't do that. You know, you can't stand over your opponent.
Yeah.
Especially after you commit a foul, or if you, no matter what, you just don't do that.
Yeah, you gotta walk off from it.
Yep.
Yeah, Sebastian was kind of smiling at him, laughing at him as he was walking off. Look at the ball. He's just trying to get a kickoff here, and the ball's rolling away from him.
Yeah.
Tee it up. There we go. Ooh, that's a
Good
nice
move.
shot. Nice shot. Couldn't find anybody there. Bulldogs was able to get it. That's where you want to see somebody step up there.
Oh, yeah.
That guy in the middle. Don't just let it go to the Bulldog. You got to step up, take it from him.
That was a foul.
And I think they called it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Okay.
Yeah, he carded him,
And there's
too.
another card, 2 in a row.
Yeah, well, you know, it was one of them trips that could be dangerous, so that's probably the reason they're going to card him. And it could be a retaliatory, you know, foul. That might be one of those things that refs just, hey, you know, you can get one too, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
That should tone the game down if there's any jabbering or whatever, you know. So,
And there could be, we don't know.
Yeah.
We can't hear it. There could be all kinds of stuff going on.
And I'm sure the ref is probably, you know, maybe he's like, okay, this should tone it down at least to help.
Man, had a good chance there. That was a pretty good send, but it just goes, the ball finds its way through everybody and goes out of bounds.
That's the story of the day.
It has been.
Looks like Millen's going to throw it in.
Yep.
Run for Duncan.
It's even tough to throw it in against this wind.
Oh, yeah.
And you're trying to get it up. Toth with the pass, just trying to get it to.
That was a tough spot to try to put the ball back into. Too many white jerseys around there.
Trying to fit it into Camden and just couldn't. But the back line here has been doing a good job for the Demons.
Good
move. Footwork.
Yeah.
Staying with it.
Oh, he grabbed his arm. He called him.
He did. Gonzalez looked like he's about to go past him.
Yeah.
He grabbed his arm.
He grabbed his arm, and then it was a good call.
It was. Sebastian's going to kick this one off. Big boot.
Yeah, but you got to put it in a better spot. You know, give your team a chance to come off the deflection. And again, I've noticed on that, you know, the boys aren't crashing like they should.
They're not.
You know, that's something they may need to work on, and hopefully, you know, on film, you know, they'll see that you got to crash that. Even if nothing happens, just get into that rhythm of crashing the goal.
Get into a habit of doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, you should always be doing that. I mean, y'all teach that when they're little kids.
Yeah.
You know. Because there has been some opportunities tonight, second chance opportunities if we would.
You know, there's been a couple times the goalie's got the ball and it came off his hands, and there's nobody within 5-10 yards of him. Like right there, that's crashing. But we only have one.
The way Camden went in there. And,
yeah.
Right. Because if he makes a mistake, Camden's got a shot.
Yeah. But again, we had players in the back right behind him, just kind of standing there. You know, just be ready. You know, I always taught that. You know, just be ready. Don't get caught standing around watching. You know.
Where's the ball?
Out of bounds.
Of course it is. Well, I was looking. Where did it go? Oh, okay, it's all the way down there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I was watching these guys over here at
It's at Homeland.
midfield. I was like, what are they doing? I lost track of them.
They went to go get a burger.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Concession's still open. You got to hand it to those workers down there.
They got wise and closed all but one.
I don't blame
window.
them. I don't blame them. You know that north wind is blowing right in their face. It was really, that's been such a cool thing for Duncan. We really bragged on it during football season this year, how cool that whole facility is. It's got all the locker rooms in there, and the concession, the bathrooms, plenty of room, and it just looks really neat. And we got the scoreboard up. They got the scoreboard up at the last home game during football season, so we got to see it. And but how cool is that? That soccer, you know, it's up going for soccer. It looks great.
It does.
You know, you got the kids' pictures during the in between games and commercials, and it's just really cool. That was
that's long overdue.
It needed to be done around here so bad.
You know, put a little modern touch, you know, to the facility. I mean, it is probably one of the oldest high school stadiums in the state. You know, I think.
This one?
You know, I would think. I mean,
it's
just by looking at it. I mean, it's been here for a long time.
Yes, for sure.
You know, and it's had some upgrades through the decades and stuff, and it needed something like that for sure.
We needed definitely the facility down there in the south end zone. Man, that was just our concession and bathrooms and all that was just.
It was very outdated.
And the scoreboard. I mean, we've been to a lot of stadiums in the state, and we were one of the last ones that had an old digital style scoreboard. Everybody had gone to this, and so having Duncan finally get one was just really, really cool. And I know all the players love the new facility over there. It's so nice, not a lot of room, and it just needs to be done.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for a fan that used to go to the bathroom as a kid and an adult in this stadium.
I
mean, not to bash my own hometown. It was an experience. It was an experience, and to go into a new facility, it's the little things, Robbie.
Yeah.
We appreciate.
Man. You go down there in that bathroom, 4 people get in there, and then you're waiting in line.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a trip.
Yeah. They're playing a little aggressive, a little bit more aggressive. He's going to card him.
Another card,
Yeah. I think he's been warned. They've been, let's just push it in the back. I mean, you got to keep, a ref's going to call it. Anytime he sees an arm extension to the body, he's going to call it.
Yeah. And that number 11 walked off still talking. He's better be watch out. He's kind of throwing a fit over there. He was talking to the ref. I'm surprised it.
Yeah, you can get double carded and be thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how the rules are here, but if you get thrown out of the game, I think you miss the next game.
Yeah. This will be a good opportunity for Duncan here. You got a free kick. Sebastian's going to take it. We know he has a leg. Got the wind to his back. Puts it up. That's a really nice shot. He makes it. Nails it.
That's a slam dunk.
Salazar with a shot.
That was a bullet, man.
Puts the Demons up 1-0. Yeah, man, that was I mean, he couldn't have put that any more on the money.
He had one thought in mind before he kicked that ball, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
There was only one goal.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh, man. What a shot.
It was. Perfect spot. I mean, he put it in a spot where goalie could not get it. So,
yeah, and it was on a.
There was no need for crashing that one, was there?
No, that ball was there before anybody else get there. He really put it on a frozen rope. I mean,
yeah, he did.
He didn't elevate it hardly at all. It was straight, and I'm sure with that big wind gust behind it, just gave it some more push.
Oh yeah.
So, Demons take a 1-0 lead at about the 24 mark in the second half. And now let's see if we can build on it. See if we can get a couple more of them, or at least one more. You kind of feel like the way this game's going, if you can get another one, you're in really
need that
good
insurance.
shape. Now that'll build some confidence up.
A nice play, 1-2 right there. I got a little
so,
far out though.
Yeah, it did, but what they're doing is looking good.
It is. It is. Compared to the style and play that I've been accustomed to watching the boys play. In years past, they had such talent on their roster. They really have, but for some reason, they just wanted to play go, go, go a lot. I'm seeing a little bit more precision, a little bit more technical play, a little bit more passing, dropping the ball, stuff like that. And that's something that I'm sure Coach Shaw has been trying to emphasize in this team and build off of that and be like, hey, let's play some soccer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it because, man, those guys, those last few years, it was like the game was playing in fast forward. What is it? Tell me what it is.
Put your glasses on.
Oh, hey, here we go. Got it. Lady Demons win and advanced. The Lady Demons win tonight. They're advancing to the second game in the area. It'll be Friday at 3 p.m. in Piedmont. And if they win Friday, the Lady Demons will advance to the state tournament. Very cool. So proud of them.
Good job, Lady
Good job,
Demons.
Coach Givens and all those girls with the big win tonight. And I tell you what, man, this team, they've just got enough. It wouldn't surprise me to see them make that state game and make a run at it. They're just, man,
they've had a good team the last couple of years.
They're physical. They're tough. They have no give up in them. So, congratulations, Lady Demons.
What impresses me about them Lady Demon basketball team, they don't have the size.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of heart.
A lot of heart
and athletes. Honestly.
Yeah, because they've been out. As far as most games, they've been outsized. But you got girls like Amaya Williams, she's got the longest arms that goes forever, and then Ariah Harris is so physical and just they just have a good team, and they've played a lot of basketball together, and you can see it. You can definitely see it. They have a chemistry. When they're on, and they have had they beat Midwest City
or was it Dell City? I think it was Dell City, and gave Dell City their only district loss this year. And the first time they played, only lost by 4 points. And Dell City is one of the best teams in the state, so they've got a chance.
Yeah.
Be really cool to see them make a run. So congratulations to Coach Givens and the Lady Demons.
Oh, for sure.
Be playing Friday. Is that what it said, Friday?
Yeah, you said Friday in Piedmont.
Now for soccer-wise, that puts those basketball girls in basketball a little bit longer.
A little bit longer.
But that's all right.
But I
If
think
they make a state tournament run, that'll be really cool.
They will.
Especially those seniors to go out that way, because this is what they've been hoping for and waiting for their senior season.
Well, it's good to see some basketball, advancing here for Duncan Athletics. You always want to root for the home team, and it's super exciting to see these girls advance in this
Yeah, it
tournament.
was some exciting games this year. I tell you what, they were a lot of fun to watch. That's going to be a big time missed senior class. We really talked a lot about them on senior night, and man, it's going to be tough. It'll be tough to replace those shoes. Kind of like this team right here, how hard it was to replace a lot of these seniors from last year's team. But these guys are doing a pretty good job.
They're doing pretty good.
Colin Sherrill sending the ball downfield, and this is game one. This is the first game of the season. I think they played a tournament, and
How'd they do in that tournament? I missed that.
I never heard about how the guys did, and I think they just played in one of them.
Okay.
No call there. Play goes, even though we had some contact there. But it was just.
It was kind of a
no big
it
deal.
wasn't, yeah. It didn't look like a reach or trip or anything like that. Just kind of just fell.
Good ball working for Bryson Millen. Coming down here, ball goes out of bounds on the Bulldogs side. And the Bulldogs going to let that go out on the Demons. And we got baseball. The first home game for baseball is Thursday night. And that's going to be a big one, man.
All kinds.
This is a big one. We got the rematch from the 5A state finals.
Oh.
Yeah, Carl Albert's going to come to town.
The game we should have won.
The game we should have won. I tell you what that was, man. Duncan jumped up on them last year in the state championship, and it looked like we were gonna win it. Carl Albert just chipped away every inning.
That's
until
baseball,
they
though.
took it. Yeah.
That's baseball. It's it's one of that sport is inning by inning, pitch by pitch.
you.
I mean, that's just how it is.
It'll be a good one. That'll be Thursday night here in town. So, man, that's be worth going and watching. It'll be some good baseball, and Duncan's got a lot of potential this year.
Got a lot of stuff going on this spring, don't we?
Oh, man, yeah, and it's just starting. I mean,
Yeah.
this is just getting going, soccer season and baseball season, and, I mean, the golf is starting,
there we go.
tennis, everything. It's all the spring sports, which is weird to say that the spring sports are already here.
They are.
It's already time. Because it's went by. The years always go by faster and faster, but it really seems like this one did, or has been anyway. Demons up 1-0, and went on a goal made by Sebastian Salazar. Had a free kick and just lasered it in. That's the only score so far in this one. The girls won 1-0 earlier.
Yeah, it was great start to the season there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we got track. We got the track schedule here. Looking at the schedules here, tennis. Man, it's like.
Now the girls travel to Durant later this week.
Oh yeah, golf. Oh, for
Yeah, well, I mean, the soccer team travels to Durant.
That's right,
later
March
this week
7th.
on the 7th. That'd be what, Thursday or Friday? That's Thursday.
Thursday, I believe. Ooh, that's a long drive. Man, that's a long one.
That's one thing I won't miss is the long drives.
those away games.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I loved it. I did. And I missed it already, but
The good thing is on those long away games like that now, you know, when Caitlin was playing, you had to go.
oh, for sure.
Now you're like, no, I'm not going to go to the
I'm
Durant
good.
game.
Yeah. Are they?
I
yeah.
got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Aren't they streaming that?
Oh, yeah. Hopefully Durant's streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a long one. But is that their next game? Is
Yeah.
that the next?
At Durant.
So
We got at Durant on the 7th, and then we got Chickasha on the 11th.
We got a penalty kick here.
Guess we're too much jabbering over here. We missed that, Robbie.
Yeah, I was looking at schedules. Wouldn't you know it? The time we decide to start talking, something important happens here. We miss it.
Well, you folks didn't miss it, so.
Yeah, they were watching. So penalty kick coming up here, and that is going to be Camden's going to. Is that Camden fixing to take it?
I believe it is. Just trying to find that sweet spot
Trying
in
to
there.
dig in, digging
Digging
in the
in
spot
that
out. Let me get me a divot in this turf going here.
Just don't make a hole in it.
Trying to get that. But you know that turf has that rubbery chatter,
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff in it. Trying to build that stuff up. Probably build me a little hill so the ball won't roll. I mean, it's tough. Even though this is not a long shot, and you know it should be an easy one, but not with the wind at the factor right now, because as soon as he lets his hand off that ball, it's going to start rolling.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to move. And so it's kind of a tricky one. Here we go. Camden Villagrana with the penalty shot coming up. If he can get him a spot worn out down there to set the ball in. Okay.
One-on-one.
Ball still, boy. You better hurry up. He's going to start moving. 1-on-1. Oh, and it makes it! It goes right in. Good job, Camden Villagrana with the second point, second goal tonight. Puts the Demons up 2-0.
Penalty kick for versus number 9, Camden Villagrana.
He just kept that low, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Kept it low.
Yeah.
And
I'm
and
actually
put it,
surprised. It almost, from up here, it looked like it went between the goalie's legs.
That's what I thought, too, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It looked like he went down to get it, and it just went right in between.
And it almost looked like, Camden kind of missed the shot, but it went in.
Uh-huh.
Of course, he's not going to admit that. I wouldn't admit that.
No.
I meant to do
This
that.
is exactly what I meant to do. Executed perfectly.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like they're gonna change keeper.
Well, if it rolled right between his legs, and that would make a lot of sense. That they would change keepers. Well, Demons in nice control now, 2-0.
Yeah, they got a little insurance right now with
Yeah.
15 minutes to go. So
Absolutely. Oh, Camden with the
but
pass.
if you can get some more, get them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because I guarantee you, Cash is going to come a little bit faster and a little bit stronger now.
They're going to start taking a little more, few more chances. I mean, you have to when you're down 2-0 with 15 minutes left. You got to just take all the chances you can in a game like this, where it's just, and they're going against the wind.
Well, goals are far and few right now, and I mean, you just got to take advantage of the opportunities if they're given to you.
Duncan's going to throw this in, and keeper gets it. I don't know if they've even taken a shot on our keeper this second half. Maybe one.
Maybe.
I mean, really,
we've
Cash hasn't been on. They haven't been on that end much.
No, we've really pretty much kept about, I would say this half, probably about 80 to 90% possession time.
Duncan gets a throw in down here on Cash's in. I can't tell who's throwing it in either, Carlos. I can't see the number on front.
That was number.
Oh, we got a shot here.
That was Camden.
Man.
Yeah, that was Camden Villagrana.
Okay,
throwing that
Camden.
ball in. Yeah.
I mean, he had a shot. Sebastian almost had another one. It was a good look.
He's got a strong leg.
Oh,
Sebastian's strong.
That boy has had a strong leg since he was probably a toddler. I guarantee you.
Been kicking it that hard forever.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's been kicking it hard for a long time. I don't know if you recall whenever they played on the Tornadoes team when we had that co-ed.
Yeah.
Their wild kicks they used to do.
Oh,
you remember?
I do remember that. That was
actually Sebastian.
Him and
his brother Isaac.
Isaac played, and Hector played on that team.
Yeah, they would do them karate kicks
out
there.
Oh, that was so funny.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. And sometimes they'd get them, wouldn't they?
Sometimes it would work. Most of the time it wouldn't, but
Yeah.
sometimes it would. There's a good possession there. Duncan staying with it.
Nice move there.
Keep it in bounds.
Yeah, good play.
Nice kick out to
See
Salazar.
what I'm saying right there?
Isaac
That was
takes
a good
shot.
drop back.
It was
right
a
there.
good, yes.
You know, it's not there. Reset. Start
Yeah.
over. Let's see what happens.
And Isaac had a really good shot at it.
Yeah. You know, in years past, you know, I've seen these boys just kind of force that. Even when it's not there, they've had a tendency to force that. And I don't know if Shaw finally is getting to this group and being like, you don't have to force that.
Yeah.
You know, you kick it back. That's why there's 11 players on the field, and most of the time there's going to be somebody backing you up.
Well, you know, it's going to be it's a different team, and this is their chance to play that way. It was probably kind of hard to play that way with the guys last year because those guys are so used to playing that certain way that we were talking about. Fast, fast, fast. Go, go, go. Speed, speed, speed.
And it works.
It works.
I'm not
Oh,
saying I'm not saying it doesn't work, but it doesn't work all the time.
It doesn't work all the time. You have to mix it up.
Yeah.
These guys, this team right here seems like they're going to be might be better off like playing that way, what you're talking about. Of course, they can speed it up too.
Yeah.
I mean, Israel got hurt tonight. He's one of the fastest guys on the team for sure.
You know, I'm really impressed because Israel seemed to have kept the pace and kept that momentum going in that short time that he was in there. And when he went down, you kind of saw that Duncan side just kind of deflate a little bit, but they recovered.
They did.
They got back in the game. We went in 0-0 at the half, which is fine. Yeah. Came out, got a good break by this long free kick, and then we get a penalty, and now we're up 2-0.
Just like that, yep.
Yeah.
Camden's throwing this one in the middle, trying to find something. And Salazar got it back.
He's going to take a shot.
Oh! He was fixing to take a shot. Got tripped up. No foul there. It was clean. Now Cash in business moving it downfield.
Block him out.
Oh, it was. Oh, man.
He ran through it.
He sure did. Ran through it and was able to get the kickoff. But
defense played well, though.
You know, Colin did what he had to do. He got in front of him, slowed him down just enough.
That's all you got to do.
That's what you got to do.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes kids don't understand. You know, they go for the ball and they don't understand it's not the ball that you really go for. You want to slow them down first.
Absolutely.
Slow the player down.
Yeah, because it was 1-on-3 there.
Yeah.
All you got to do is stop him. You're going to get some help. If you slow him down, you'll get some help. There's Cheryl again, sending it down the other way. This back line has played pretty good tonight. Even when they rotate guys in and out, they all kind of play the same. Right now, your back is what is it? Gonzalez, Colin, Cheryl, and Jorge Millen. And these Shaw's rotated them out quite a bit, that back line, which he has all over. But that group they've played real solid tonight.
Yeah, they have. They've been playing solid. They're maintaining the line, and they're swarming when needed.
I mean, like right there, I mean, they just didn't give up on the ball. Even when Cash gets it back.
They're going to call that.
Yeah, they will call that one. There's a little bit of John going on there, too.
Well, I think Cheryl's making his plea, but ref already called it. He's not going to change his mind.
Yeah, number 2 kind of came back at him, and that's when I think the ref is kind of talking to both of them right now.
I mean, and he's had to do that.
I think number 2 got up and started saying something, and
there you go.
Colin pointed at the scoreboard. Said, "There you go, buddy. This is this is how we're talking."
Yeah.
2-0.
You know, sometimes that jawing, you know, people frown on it. I actually kind of like it sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can get, I'm not saying be intimidating or be a jerk, but it's okay to get in somebody's head sometimes. You know, that affects the game itself. Oh, nice.
There we
Good
go,
job.
Riley. Man,
Good job.
Hunter. The ball looked like he was going to have a
That's-
clean stop on it, but it got moved around. He had to get out of there.
That's the most action he's seen, and he did great.
This
with
half,
that.
for sure.
Yeah. Good job.
No, you're right. I was like that. I thrived in that. The jawing, the smack talk, all that. I actually kind of that made me. It would bring out more the competitiveness.
Yeah,
in me.
for sure.
And a lot of people doesn't, and everybody's different. But I always had to have a little smack talk, a little friendly smack talk.
And I could tell just by the body gestures and motions of some of these kids out here, there's a little bit of it going out there. But again,
In a game like this, how could there not be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and that's where the ref comes into play. You know, he's going to allow certain stuff, and some stuff he's going to be like, okay, guys, let's tone it down a little bit before it gets out of hand. Because we've seen games get out of hand.
Sure have. Yeah.
You know, that where a ref wasn't keeping control and it got out of hand real quick.
Oh, yeah. And that's when people get hurt.
That's absolutely.
You know, in a game like this, Wayne, you're one-on-one. You're not padded up. You're one-on-one. You're running full speed. You're banging off each other. Yeah, there's going to be some talking.
For sure.
There has to be.
For sure.
Absolutely. In both boys and girls sports, and that's just part of the game. It really is.
Like I said, I'm old school, you're old school, and I'm okay with that.
I am too.
You know, and as long as it's clean, you know, let
Sure.
me make sure that's clear. As long as it's clean,
Doesn't
you know,
get-
it doesn't
cross
get
any
dirty,
lines.
doesn't cross lines. Yeah,
You can't.
there's
you
nothing
can't.
wrong with it.
You gotta watch it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, those teenagers, those
Oh.
kids, they'll say anything.
We sure did as teenagers. didn't
Oh,
we?
I
yeah.
thought that one was going in.
I thought he was going to bend like Beckham there.
7 minutes left in the game. Cash is down 2 scores to the Demons. They need to start taking some chances.
It's hard for them with the ball on their end, though.
It is. I mean, they can't. Demons have been doing really good.
They got another card over there, and I think he's out. Is that his second card?
Well, did Bryson? That was on.
No, that was on
Cash
Cash
I
Player.
mean, that was on Cash Player, but I think it was. What was it? What was it? 11?
I think so.
Nah,
man.
so it was 11's
yeah,
down here.
yeah,
He
it was
had
a different one.
he had the card the first time, but that guy walked off. Now, they've had 2
That's
or
the
3.
third card.
That is the 3rd card, so he might have 2. Well, we got another free kick coming up. This is about the area where Sebastian nailed the first one, except for it was on the other side of the field.
Yeah, it was right at the 30.
Yeah, it was. Let's see what he's got. This one's up.
online.
And oh, my God, he got it in the corner again. Wow, Sebastian Salazar, 2 for 2, just painting the corners.
Man, nice shot.
Oh,
Zach.
my gosh, that was such a shot. I mean, he's nailed it twice from the 30 on each side.
I wonder who's going to be taking free kicks.
Right, no joke. Yeah, I think he just pretty much locked that job up.
I think so.
Sebastian Salazar now with 2 free kicks, 2 goals, and 30-yarders too. Not easy kicks. I mean, those are not easy ones to
No,
make.
three goals on 3 free kicks.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
hey, we'll take
that all day.
All
That's
day.
right. Yeah, Camden scored the other one on a free kick.
you know, on that penalty, and
On the
you know, you
penalty, sure,
you
penalty
got to
kick.
capitalize on those situations.
Absolutely.
Because they don't. You only get a few.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially on those right there that are
Yeah.
that close. I mean,
You know, 30 yards out. Technically, it's 40 yards out.
Oh, right. Yeah, because your goal is 10
Yeah.
yards in.
Yeah.
So it's those. I understand those. You know, you may miss those every now and then. Of course, those can be missed, but you know, them close ones, them ones you gotta take advantage of those. But the Demons, that's one thing you can say about the Demons now. They have taken advantage of those kicks, and they're at a three-point advantage right now, and looking probably, man,
No,
it would
they're
surprise
looking
me with
comfortable.
5 minutes left, they score another one.
Yeah, they're looking comfortable right now. They got a little bit more upbeat after that goal now,
Yes.
and you know, just finish it off, shut it down.
That's what you got to do. You know, keep playing. You got 5 more minutes to finish this game up. Don't let up. You know, no reason to let them guys have any kind of momentum.
Now, Cash right now, they look a little deflated after that one.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
they know a 3-0 deficit with 5 minutes left is next to impossible to get back from. You know, not entirely, but it's a pretty hard uphill battle. So,
especially in their condition right now with the, you know, the wind. They'd be kicking everything into the wind, and they've been struggling to get the ball on the other side of the field.
Yeah, this
so
half.
that's a very deflating goal right there.
I mean, 80-90% of the possession has been to Duncan's side.
Absolutely. This
for
second
this
half for sure, man.
Yeah.
They have played down here this whole entire time, and man, it's been really good. When Cash has kind of broken through and gotten across here midfield, the back line has just done such a good job.
Yeah, they have. I'm pretty impressed with the way they played today. Come out first game of the season, you know, again, you know, that first game jitter, and you know, and the way the weather is, you know, sometimes you just never know. But hey, they came out here unfazed and ready to play, and now they're up 3-0 with 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here we got another shot. Oh, deflected off one of the Bulldogs.
Camden said, "I want another one."
Yeah, he took a good shot too.
Yeah, he did. That's a corner kick though. Got a corner kick out of it.
Camden has had some good looks tonight.
He has.
He's going to have some good scores this year.
Yeah, he's one of those players that he's must-watch players as well for the season.
He's kind of feeling that. Oh, here's a corner kick. See if it bends around. That did
no
not.
bend.
That is.
Oh, we got it.
We got another one.
Oh.
Man, I thought he was going to put it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had none.
None.
The wind didn't affect that at all. He lined up. It went exactly where he lined up. It was straight.
It must have spun towards the wind.
Yeah, I guess so. Must have.
Because it's still windy.
Yeah, you can see the debris blowing on the field. I mean, there's stuff blowing
These
everywhere.
leaves blowing through the window. They look like bats flying across.
It does, doesn't it? That's so wild. That's so crazy. We have leaves blowing around.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess it's March.
It's March, but yeah, it's Oklahoma too.
It's pretty typical, you know. I was talking to somebody in Enid this last weekend. We were up there watching a friendly tournament, and we were talking. It was a windy day in Enid. It was cold, and I was talking to one of the other parents, and he was like, "Well, this is Oklahoma soccer season." He said, "This is what Oklahoma soccer season is." So we don't get nice hot spring soccer. If you're going to go to watch soccer in Oklahoma, high school soccer, you better have your hoodie with you, your winter jacket, your gloves, because it's a chance it could be freezing.
And that is truth.
I keep all that gear in my truck.
Me too.
All soccer season. Don't take it. Hey, just because it gets 75, 80 degrees one day, don't take all that winter gear out, because it's going to be 40 next week.
Yeah. You live in Oklahoma long enough, you learn to live by those rules.
Yeah, especially with the wind too.
Yeah, that's why I wear hats. Ain't no sense in fixing my hair, buddy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just cinch that hat up one more notch before you get out of the truck.
Right.
That's for sure.
Because we're not chasing it, right?
Then made that point. 1 minute, under 2 minutes left. Demons are going to get a win tonight.
It's good to see both teams, both boys and girls open up with a win on home opener, on a cold, windy night with not knowing what to expect and new rosters and new season. And that's great to see that.
Good way to start the season.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how you want to do it. I don't know. It's just probably been a while since the boys and girls both won the
At least since
opener.
we've been watching, yeah, the last
And
3-4 years, yeah.
Man, that's awesome to see, and what a way to start out. I know Coach Shaw and Coach Sutherland are both going to be real pleased with the performance.
Absolutely.
Now they'll probably have some things that they can talk over and some adjustments to make, but that's what's being a good coach does. You got to do that, and the Demons will be able to build on these wins. And this has been a crazy night to play soccer. Probably some of the worst conditions you could possibly imagine, like far as wind-wise. But great night. Sebastian definitely would be the player of the game tonight with his 2 huge goals from the
opposite
30.
ends too.
Huh?
It didn't matter what side he was on. Did it?
Yeah, and just his presence on the field. He's done so good tonight. And then the girls won earlier, 1-0 with Chesney Robertson getting the only goal that night. So it was good to see both teams tonight come away with the win, boys and girls. And, man, we just can't wait to see what the rest of this season has for us, and that'll do it right there. Time expires. Demons win the opener of the season, 3-0. Don't forget, baseball Thursday night, and the girls are advancing in area Friday. If you get a chance to go watch them, go do that. Go support these Duncan Demons. These kids work hard, so go support them and tell them what a good job that they're doing. That's going to do it for us. For Carlos, Rob, and Chisholm, we're out of here. We'll see you next time.